my dollars make it hurt. These my dollars make it hurt. These my dollars make it hurt. These my dollars make it hurt. my dollars make it hurt.
West Jordan. I am Bryce Larson, Skip friend Jordan Bianucci alongside Zach Robinson. It is West Jordan and Granger, a matchup. Two really great teams in Region 4, 5A. A pleasure to be with you. And Zach, these are obviously West is the class of this region, but these two are right behind them.
Yeah, West has had a great season. We saw them earlier this year, week 2, I think. It was week 2 we had them on the station. But yeah, West is owning Region 4. Granger and West Jordan tied for second right now, so this is for second place in Region 4. So both teams need to be disciplined here tonight, Jordan, against the hard count. That was a big issue I saw last week with these two teams, is not being disciplined on the hard count. So lots of flags last week between Hillcrest and West Jordan a couple of weeks ago when we had them on the station. Pass interferences, holdings, and all those kind of penalties. So, and you got 18 seniors for West Jordan in this system, which is a lot of seniors, and it makes me curious how these underclassmen are gonna adjust to when these seniors leave and that leadership goes away.
Look, it's an emotional night. We just saw the senior ceremony prior to kickoff. As you see on our stream there, the captain's heading out to midfield. Up in your left-hand corner, 57 degrees, no real breeze at the moment. A calm late October night here as you see the coin toss taking place at midfield. First, you mentioned the mistakes from both of these teams. What did you like that you saw from first? Let's start with Granger, the Lancers last week. A tough loss at West.
Definitely. They are able to run the ball. They can move the ball downfield. They had problems executing and scoring points in the red zone. That was a lot of possessions that they kind of lost. That's why they didn't score anything. West's red zone defense is also really good this year. Cover zero defense is probably the hardest coverage to run against, because you're stacking in that box. So for Granger, you have a lot of two-way players who are also playing offense and defense. So that's the exhaustion that comes in as well.
Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, what have you seen? What have you liked from them?
Yeah, Jaguars have ran a lot of trips, left and right, and a little bit of ace right as well, as I call it. So that's two receivers on both sides. One of them must be in the tight end, lined up on the line. But they scored 14 points in 31 seconds last week, both offensively and defensively. So it's going to be interesting to see how they show up tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they can be explosive. All right, we're going to take a final break, and after these messages, we'll come back with the kickoff. It's West Jordan and Granger on 103.9 and 98.3 ESPN The Fan.
When the going gets tough, the tough are already up and going. Because when the only way is through, you go boldly into the task at hand. With the right tool to accomplish the improbable. More muscle, more hustle, more accomplished. To you, it's just another Tuesday. Because if you have the will, we have the way. Accomplish more with a Bobcat loader or excavator.
I feel like nobody does pizza like we do pizza.
We started making pizza out of our wood fire oven, back of a fire truck. It seems like that's what everyone needs.
Going golfing! Ooh. Off to golf.
You're picking that up.
Off to the range, honey.
Bye.
Whoa! Oh, that was close. Glad you got the backup camera installed.
Yep.
You don't need a new car to have new car technology. Let the Warehouse, Sound Warehouse, install it today.
Every season, every game, every mile. Parents make the drive. Through city streets, mountain passes, and desert roads, you get them there. The Ineos Grenadier, tough, reliable, and ready for anything. It's not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about showing up together. The Ineos Grenadier, built on purpose, ready for whatever's next.
The second someone says, "What's for dessert?" Come through with Cake in a Box. It's the perfect anytime, anywhere treat, made to share and easy to store. Grab it, slice it, serve it. Baskin-Robbins, seize the A. Yay!
Digital advertising is like holding up a poster at a huge sports event in Utah County. Radio advertising is like being the stadium announcer at that event. Now, the stadium announcer tells everyone...
It's West Jordan and Granger, and Zach, I get the feeling these teams don't like each other very much.
Yeah, we just saw West Jordan and Granger just run out of the tunnel, and Granger getting into West Jordan's face, so we might have a little bit of a good game today.
A little scuffle at midfield before the game. So here we go. Gabriel Cava to kick it away. I beg your pardon. That is Julian Valenzuela, number 1. Kicked it away. West Jordan will receive. Kick into the corner. That's going to bounce out of bounds, and we're going to start with a penalty flag as West Jordan will have excellent field position to start this game.
If I'm West Jordan coaches right here, Jordan, I'm telling your guys, hey, stay disciplined, stay focused on the game. Do not let them get in your head.
So here we go. West Jordan's offense out there. And some confusion to begin things where they're going to place this ball. It's going to be at the 35-yard line.
As it should be. They're trying to figure out if they need to put it on the hash or...
Yeah, ball on the right hash right now. Cody Johnson, the senior, out there in the backfield, along with the quarterback, Aiden Dunn.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye on Cody Johnson here, Jordan. He's been really good this year, and we saw him a couple weeks ago, and he had a monster game against Hillcrest.
Dunn in the shotgun. Brings a man in motion. Back to pass on first down. Swings it out to the right. Caught. He'll get 4 or 5. That is Johnson, as you say his name right there, Zach.
Yeah, a simple wheel route up to get that pass off. And great recognition by him, too, just noticing where everybody is and going up to that sideline where you can make a play, potentially.
Second and about 6. Ball at the 39. Just underway here in West Jordan. Shotgun coming to Dunn.
Here's that trips I was talking about right here, too.
3 wide receivers to the left. Back to pass. Dunn under pressure. Tries to escape. He will elude one tackler. Moving to his right. He'll be taken down for a loss. Back near the 31-yard line. It was Lou Kini, and we're going to have a late penalty flag.
First of all, great play by Granger. They stacked the box to get pressure on Dunn. They've seen the trips formation before on film. We saw it last week with when West Jordan played West. Granger played West, but West Jordan runs a lot of plays out of trips. So we'll see a lot of trips tonight here, Jordan. And I think that flag is going to be a personal foul.
They're trying, yeah, they are going to move the whistles you're hearing. They're trying to get the clock stopped. And personal foul on Granger. An unsportsmanlike conduct. As you take a look at that clock on your screen at 11:16 on our clock, they have it at 11:02 here in the stadium. They're going to have to reset that, I would think. A lot of time came off that clock. So we may have a little bit of a delay here as they get that reset. Now they're... Now they wind it. 1st and 10, ball at the 47. Dunn with the quarterback keeper. He has some room. Going to run it around the right side. Get taken down after a gain of 5 or 6.
It's a good read by Dunn, recognizing where that backer is coming from. They have a lot of good rushers on this Granger defense, and that's just a good play by the quarterback and making sure he's protecting his player as well.
Yeah, I mean, we saw from Lou Kini on the sack. That's a huge unsportsmanlike penalty because his sack, it was going to be 3rd and 25 or so.
Yeah.
Instead, 1st and 10. Now 2nd and 3. They give him 7 on the run. So into Granger territory, trips to the left, one wide receiver to the right, ball on the right hash. Dunn in the gun. Johnson on his left hip, takes the snap, back to pass, looking, throws to his left, has a man, caught at the 30, inside the 20, and taken down at the 16-yard line. It was Tyson Dunn on the reception.
That was a great route by Tyson Dunn. Getting that inside leverage, splitting those two DBs, and a great throw.
A Dunn-to-Dunn connection, and the Jaguars are in big business.
You would think that they would be brothers, right?
You would think.
Yeah, they should be brothers, I would assume.
I thought you had an answer for it. I thought you were going to throw me off. Say, no, they're not. No, they're not.
I don't know if they're brothers.
So here is Dunn in the shotgun. Gives it up the middle to Johnson. Johnson working his way toward the 10, where he is knocked down.
I like that play right here, Jordan, just because you're in the red zone. You're getting chunk plays here. You find what you can do against this Granger defense in the red zone. Obviously, Granger going to look into maybe more of a cover 0 press type defense here, so we'll see.
4 down linemen for the Lancers. 2nd and 4. West Jordan can still get a 1st down. Ball at the 11. 9:12 to play in quarter number 1. No score. Opening drive for the Jaguars. They give it to Johnson up the middle. He cuts it outside. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Great play by Johnson, recognizing what gap is open and what gap is not. Also, a great job by the lineman. If I'm not running back, if I'm Cody Johnson, I'm going to be high-fiving my lineman for protecting.
He was never touched.
Never touched. Untouched.
So the Jaguars score first. They make some noise on their opening drive. And now we have some late whistles.
Really, they just misspot the ball.
So Aaron Hunt will attempt the point after. It is good, and it is 7-0 Jaguars. After that unsportsmanlike penalty, the Jaguars march right down the field and are on the board first. So the Granger offense, we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, definitely. And, obviously still had some offensive struggles last week against West. So we'll see if this Granger offense can get it together. One thing I do want to say here, Jordan, with Granger's offense is look out for some trick plays here because they have scored trick plays off the O-lineman.
Keep an eye out. Ha'u Ate'ini back to receive for the Lancers, along with Manti Huama'u. West Jordan will kick it away from the 40. Hunt, the 5'10" senior right-legged kicker. It is up, it is high, it is end over end, going to be short of the goal line. Taken at the 6. Now a little huddle back there, like you said, Zach, a little trick play there. They're going to bring it out. Does not fool the Jaguars as they take him down at the 10-yard line.
I'm 2 for 2 today on that. Yeah, I mean, Granger can definitely get tricky. I saw a couple plays from last week and the week before of them running some trick plays. So another good play by West Jordan. A great job by the West Jordan coaches for getting prepared for that.
So West Jordan has Granger backed up inside their own 10. All on the left hash. We'll see what they do here. Owen Griffin, the quarterback. Still subbing in late is the Lancers.
You got Sunia Fafita in the backfield as well.
Now they bring in the fullback. That is Bobo Kofe. So 2 men in the backfield. To the left, stacked next to Griffin. They give it to Fafita. He's going to work his way forward for maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, kind of looking at this pre-snap, it's kind of, remember Juan Diego, yeah. So they're going to do that a couple times before if they're going to run the ball and they're tight. So keep an eye on that. That's why I'm saying that West Jordan needs to be disciplined here as well and watch the ball.
So they give him 5 on first down, 2nd and 5. Same formation, Griffin in the gun. We'll call it the pistol. Takes a snap, a low snap. He's going to throw. Looking over the mid, looking down the right side, I should say. Has a man, but he trips. He made an okay throw, but Ta'u Ateni just tripped up over his own feet.
Yeah, it looks like that 41 for Granger ran the wrong route. There was a miscommunication, something like that. But I think there was a false start on that play, Jordan. I saw that. So, but yeah, just a little overthrown, too much to the right. So
a little disjointed there.
Yep.
In a couple of ways. Brings up a 3rd and 5. Griffin takes the snap, gives it to the back. He has the first down and a couple more. He's going to make his way all the way out to the 25. And Granger moves the chains. That was Jowls on the tackle.
It's a great play by Granger. Just getting a first down, resetting the sticks. Great power run.
7-0. West Jordan. 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. Granger with the football. Back to pass on first down. Swings it out to the right. Caught. Cutting up at the 23-yard line.
Almost looked like a screenplay to me for a second, but great job by the defense recognizing where that ball's going. Went over to, I believe it was Fafita. I saw Fafita. Yeah, I saw Fafita. So it's good discipline by West Jordan's defense.
So spot him at the 23. We'll call it 2nd and about 7. Takes a snap, gives it to the back. Going to work his way towards the 25 and takes a big hit from Scooby Tulau. That was a big hit on Fafita.
Man, he came in a lot of power on that hit. But great back-to-back plays for this West Jordan defense, slowing down the run, slowing down this offense.
So now a 3rd and 8. 2 wide receivers to the left. Griffin takes the snap, back to pass, looking left, lofts one down the sideline. It is caught at midfield. It is Puama'u on the reception. The senior brought it down.
Great adjustment by Puama'u to get that ball. That is a little bit underthrown. Not a lot of contact on DB, which is a positive for Granger. You're avoiding an OPI. So great play.
So the first big play for Granger. Remember, this drive started at their own 10-yard line. Ball now at the West Jordan 48. Pistol formation, 2 backs. They're going to pitch it right to Fafita. He'll cut it back inside, looking for some room, and he's going to get taken down. No, he breaks 1 tackle, and we'll just get back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a lot of energy expended there, but he avoids a loss on the play.
I saw this too, and I'm sure you did too, but Owen Griffin throwing a block for his running back. You can't ask more of that from your quarterback. That is a great play by Owen Griffin. And, obviously Fafita getting a little stumped up, but he was able to get back to the sticks. It's like a loss of 1, but.
Does that fire you up if you're out there, one of his teammates?
Yeah, probably. I would say so.
2 wide receivers split to the right here, 2nd and 11. Now a little screen pass out to the right, caught, cutting back to his left, and then now makes it to the outside, about the 42-yard line. We'll bring up a 3rd down and manageable. That was Puama'u again on the reception.
Yeah, just getting these quick hitting plays for Granger. That's going to throw this West Jordan defense off. And if Granger can keep executing these quick plays, and they'll gain some yards and chuck yards where they can make it 3rd and manageable, 4th and manageable if they decide to go for it here, Jordan.
Yeah, 3rd and 4. And you're at the 42 of West Jordan, so you're kind of in no man's land right now. So maybe it's a 2-down deal here. Shotgun snap. Give it to the back. He will be near the first down, still rumbling forward. Now he has it in more and is finally taken down at the 32-yard line. Again, that was Bobo Kofe, the senior on the carry.
Great run by Bobo Kofe, like just power running. Kind of reminds me of King Henry. Camp Scat, okay, well, not Camp Scat, but he didn't put his head down, and hit against a wall.
But a lot of those yards after contact.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want if I'm Granger.
So they're going to spot him back at the 32, 1st and 10. Under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Jaguars. Granger with the football for the first time tonight. Back to pass. Griffin throws. It is caught over on the outside. Little spin move near the sticks. Taken down just shy of the sticks. That was Taina.
Yeah, great after the catch move by him. Getting on the outside shoulder of those DBs and kind of faking out those DBs. You know, like, oh, I'm going to go in, I'm going to go out. So it's a great play. And also, by the way, I always love when football teams do this pink for breast cancer awareness. It's my favorite thing. It's just a classic.
Yeah, everybody they have the pink tape, pink gloves tonight. Pink cleats.
Cheerleaders got a pink pom-pom too.
Right. 2nd and 1, they hand it off up the middle and taken down at the 15 is the ball carrier. So a first down and some whistles after the play.
Looks like we got a injured player?
Might have an injured Jaguar on the field. That'll bring out. It was an official who called the timeout initially. Now both teams retreating to their sidelines. I don't know what this timeout is for.
Refs could have heard some trash talking possibly in that dog pile. We never know. I see a ref over there talking to the players, so that might be my best guess, maybe. Or no, there is a hurt player.
We do have Jaguar came over near the sideline and went down near the numbers, so they're attending to him.
Number 6, I think, Porter Creasy.
I don't believe so. So until we know for sure. That was Moala, and he'll walk off under his own power, so hopefully he's okay. So it'll be, the ball is at the 15, 1st and 10 for the Lancers. Griffin back in the pistol. 2 wide receivers split to the right. Takes the snap, going to throw, rolling to his right under pressure, and he'll be taken down for a sack back at the 22.
That was a great play by West Jordan's defense. You know, obviously having that little break for the injury definitely gave coach time to kind of amp up his players, but there is a flag, I think. I can't tell.
Do we have a penalty flag? I don't think we do. I think we're okay. So far, only, I believe, 1 penalty tonight.
Yeah.
It's been a clean game. A long drive here for the Lancers. 3:15 to play in the first quarter. 2nd and 16. Griffin back to pass, looking, rolling to his right, has some time. Now under pressure, we got a flag thrown behind him, and as he fires a fastball that's caught near the 10 by Ta'u Ateini, but I think this one's coming back.
Yeah, it might have been a holding there, but it's a great recognition by Owen Griffin, getting out of the pocket, getting that ball out of his hands quickly before he took the sack. I thought he was going to throw it out of bounds, I'm not going to lie, but that was a great throw and a great catch. Toe tapper.
It was the officials still talking about this penalty, as now we get the call, and it is a hold. So that'll come back.
I'm getting a dirty look over here from our guy, Bryce Larson. I'm just kidding.
You insult Bryce? That's something I don't know about?
I don't know.
Ball at the 32. 2nd and 26 after the penalty. Griffin Takes the snap, play fake, back to pass, looking deep. He wants it all, throwing for the end zone. It is knocked away. Good play by the corner, but I think that one was going to be out of bounds anyway. Excuse me.
Either way, great play by Jaden Giles to get that ball, recognizing where the ball is, making sure that he's not having too much contact on the receiver. It's a great play by Giles.
It was. He was covering Puama'u. So now a 3rd and 26. And we'll see if the Lancers just try to get a few more yards and make it a more manageable field goal. Right now it'd be a 48-yarder. We don't have any, we can't see where the play clock is from our spot here, so we'll let you know if we get a delay of any kind. Now a little screen pass, and right away the back tackled at the 30. That was Kofe on the reception, and it'll be 4th and 26 or so, and we'll see what the Lancers decide to do.
I believe Owen Griffin can't punt, so we'll see if they try to do this, like they'll put him deep in their own territory. But it's a great play by the defense again, recognizing that Bobo was not covered. Then they switched to a cover 2 man.
So on 4th down and 20, the offense stays out there, ball at the 30-yard line. And no flag. Thought they got a West Jordan Jaguar to jump. They're going to look for it all in the end zone. Back of the end zone. It is underthrown. Incomplete. No flag. There was some contact. The wide receiver had to come back to the ball and did not get the call. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, it's just a missed call by the refs. West Jordan did have some encroachment as well, but sounds like they're pulling over some players.
That was intended for Tauateni, and he'd gotten behind the defense, but ball just a little underthrown. So West Jordan with the football. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
This is another thing I noticed about Granger, too, is that they don't have a lot of special teams plays. You mean kick returns, yes. Kickoffs after touchdown, yes, but haven't taken a field goal. They didn't take a field goal last week against West when they were in field goal range. They decided to go for it, which I understand early in the game you want to be tied in the first quarter, but it's going to haunt you in the long run. So I think Granger needs to be playing some smart football here as well.
So here's Dunn in the Jaguar offense. A little give up the middle, and taken down right away behind the line was Cody Johnson.
Yeah, I think Aiden Dunn had a little bit of a misread on what the defense was doing. That looked like a read option. I could see him looking over at the edge. So just gotta pay attention to what this defense is doing. I know it's a lot as a quarterback. You have a lot of things you have to worry about. Read the defense, everything, but you gotta fulfill your job.
Loss of 1, so 2nd and 11. Ball at the 29. Dunn back in the shotgun. Johnson to his left. 2 wide receivers to the left. Back to pass. Screen pass to the right. It is caught back behind the line. Taken down is Iowapo, and we have a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that might be a hold on West Jordan, but great job by the defense recognizing what the screen play was. It's a great job.
Yeah, Granger looking to get a stop here. They trail by a touchdown in the first quarter. Still waiting for the call. A lot of delays in this first quarter.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on. I mean, we're in the last week of the regular season for high school football before playoffs start. And if this is happening at the end of the season, I don't want these refs officiating a playoff game right now.
It is going to be on the Jaguars. Back to the 25. It was, the penalty was declined. I didn't see what the call was.
I think it was a legal shift.
Okay.
Maybe it looks like they accepted it.
He did accept the penalty. Oh, excuse me. I misread looked back at the official getting the illegal shift sign. I thought he said they declined the penalty. So they accept it. 2nd and 16. I beg your pardon. Throwing deep, looking for a man, but incomplete as Aiden Dunn lets one fly down the sideline.
Yeah, just a little bit overthrown. Granger kind of playing more deep zone with those safeties. So that's a thing that if I'm Aiden Dunn, to be looking out for.
Brings up a 3rd and 16. Jaguars have the firepower to pick it up. They went on a long, sustained drive to begin the game. Granger trying to get that offense off the field.
I think Granger's going to sit here in a cover 3 type man defense, cover 1 man. Or no, to switch to cover 2.
Trips to the left, back to pass. Looking, sails one over the middle and just off the fingertips of the streaking Porter Creasy down the middle of the field, and it'll be 4th down.
That throw is on time. Let's get that clear. Aiden Dunn timed that perfectly. That is on Porter Creasy getting one hand out. It may have been a little bit thrown outside of his hands, but you got to get 2 hands up, at least try to make a play on that ball.
So West Jordan will punt it away.
Granger looking like they got some momentum right now.
They have a bit as Manti Puama'u is back to receive, standing at his own 39. The punt is a short one. It's going to land at the 48 and roll and takes a nice Jaguar bounce. Wow. Inside the Granger 30, they will pick it up at the 27-yard line. That ball rolled for about 25 yards. Wow.
Jeez.
So Granger start inside their own territory, trailing by a touchdown with 40 seconds to play in quarter number 1.
Yeah, one thing to note here too, Jordan, as it starts to cool down throughout this game, that ball is going to get hard. It's because of the air compressing with the oxygen. So it's going to hurt a person's foot and a person's hand.
Yeah, look, we're into mid to late October. The chill has arrived.
Yeah. It's hoodie season.
Yes, it is.
My favorite time of the year.
Here's the snap. They give it to the back, and he is going to be taken down for a loss.
Yeah, Fafita just trying to make a play here. Can't execute with that stiff arm, so that's going to be a loss for those guys.
And we'll see if they let this clock wind out. 24 seconds. It's going to be a 2nd down and about 15 for the Lancers.
Curious to see if they're going to throw West Jordan here off guard. See if they can run a play.
10 seconds to play. They line up. Griffin in the pistol, 2 backs, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. They do snap it, and they give it to Fafita, and he will be taken down again. Maybe he loses 1 on the play, and that takes us to the end of the quarter. So after 1 quarter, it's West Jordan 7, Granger nothing. It's high school football on 103.9 and 98.3 ESPN The Fan.
When the going gets tough, the tough are already up and going. Because when the only way is through, you go boldly into the task at hand. With the right tool to accomplish the improbable. More muscle, more hustle, more accomplished. To you, it's just another Tuesday. Because if you have the will, we have the way. Accomplish more with a Bobcat loader or excavator.
I feel like nobody does pizza like we do pizza.
We started making pizza out of our wood fire oven, back of a fire truck. It seems like that's what everyone needs.
Trail the Jaguars 7-0. Beginning of quarter number 2. It will be 3rd and 14 for Granger. Ball back at their own 24. So Owen Griffin in the pistol takes the snap, back to pass, rolling to his right, looking over the middle, nearly picked off, knocked away, incomplete. It was Gage Hunter knocking it away, or excuse me, Lexon Rivera. So 4th down and 14 for Granger, and they'll punt it away. I imagine they will. Here comes the punting unit.
Great play by by Lex and Rivera. Just paying attention where the ball is, heads up play. Obviously, your hands got up a little late, but great play.
So back to receive for West Jordan. It is Porter Creasy as well as Anthony Fale. Owen Griffin is the man, the quarterback. He'll punt it away for the Lancers. And now whistles. And a delay of game on Granger.
Still can't find those play clocks. I'm starting to think they don't have.
Well, they do. They're out. I just saw it for the first time, and it's just, not running.
Not in our line of sight.
It's in the line of sight. It's just not on.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
I do see it.
So 4th down and a wide looping snap. And now trying to get the punt away is Griffin. Can't do it. I don't know what happened there. He ran to his left. It wasn't blocked, but he punted it and it went behind his head. That was a disaster from the start.
Bad protection by the O-line, and you're not giving a chance for your punter to punt that ball. And that ball is going to be hard. It's going to be like a rock. So it's starting to get cold.
It's a huge play because West Jordan gets the football down at the 23. Got a little distracted. There's a young man on the sideline dancing, and I'll be honest, it's more entertaining than that last play was. This kid can dance.
Yeah, he can.
You know what I'm talking about?
He's got moves. He's got moves. And this punt went into the bleachers, by the way. I don't know if you saw that,
I did not see that. It went into the bleachers?
Yeah.
Wow. It's a first this year. So, ball at the 18, 1st and 10, and we have another flag. You're right, Zach. These are a lot of mistakes for a game this late in the year from two good teams.
Yeah.
See what we have. Wow.
Head coach at West Jordan just got unsportsmanlike conduct.
So, an unsportsmanlike conduct given to
West Jordan's head coach.
Yeah, Ron Halbert. And they'll back him up 15 yards. So put him at the 34 or so. Give him the 33. Dunn in the shotgun for West Jordan in the backfield along with Scooby Tula'u. They fake it to Tula'u. Back to pass. Dunn, a little screen. Another flag comes in as the ball is caught by Tyson Dunn. He's going to work his way on the right side. And I think this one may be coming back. We'll see.
Yeah, a little bit of an early block for Scooby Tula'u. So we'll see if this is going to come back. But I like that play design. It's like a jet sweep kind of fake, but it's also a screen pass. So you're getting your player into open space and seeing what blocks can be thrown and what blocks can't be.
So look at him, a false start.
Why a false start?
Illegal formation, I beg your pardon.
So like 1st and...
It was such a great play design. It was illegal.
Yeah.
Ball back at the 38-yard line.
It's like
first
and 29.
30.
Close enough.
Wow. 7-0 Jaguars, 11:39 to play in the half. Aiden Dunn takes the snap. He's going to throw quickly over the middle. It is caught at the 30, working his way toward the 26-yard line and pushing his way forward inside the 25 is, I believe that was Tyson Dunn on the reception.
Yeah, great read by Aiden, first of all. Noticing what coverage that Granger is in. They have not been playing on the receiver, so they're playing like a good 6 to 7 yards off. So that gives more opportunity for those inside curl routes, the outside curl routes. So it's a great read. And Tyson Dunn in open space where he can run the ball.
So now you're 2nd and 15. Ball at the 24. Scooby in the backfield along with quarterback Aiden Dunn in the shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass. Looking, rolling to his right. He throws off his back foot. It is caught inside the 5. That was Anthony Fale on the reception.
That's again, you roll out, keep your eyes downfield. You see your quarterback running. You're closer up, you go up. If you're far away and deep, come back down. It's a great, great job by Anthony Fale.
A 1st and goal for West Jordan. They still go shotgun, ball at the 3. Creasy in the backfield. They give it to him, and he is knocked backwards and maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was by number 72, and he was the first to make contact. Sione Suliafu. So
I'm sorry to cut you off there, Zach. I said Creasy. I beg your pardon. That's Fale on the carry.
But, yeah, it's a great heads-up play. They're going to stack the box here a little bit more with the cover 0 look, press coverage. So we'll see what West Jordan can draw up here.
See if they go a little play action. Trips to the left here. Now, Tula'u in the backfield. Dunn still in the gun. Surveying the defense. Takes the snap back to pass. Looking to the right corner. Now he's going to run to his left. Still looking under pressure. Way back there near the 20. He lets one off his back, but it is caught! Touchdown, Jaguars! He found his man in the left corner of the end zone. I don't know how he saw him.
Looks like it was Nia Ayapo. But there is a flag. There is a flag.
Penalty flag all the way back at the 19. And it's going to be on, I believe, West Jordan. Well, shouldn't. So an unsportsmanlike conduct on West Jordan after the touchdown. Not sure why. Celebration. We think some of the players from the sideline ran down near the corner of the end zone. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't. You cannot do that. But great throw by Aiden Dunn. You know, you're under pressure, off your back foot, recognizing where defense is. There was nobody on that right side, Jordan. Everybody was like on the left side because of the trips. Because a lot of those trips will result in like a drag route, an in route, a dig route. That leaves an opportunity for someone to sneak out of the backfield or sneak across.
Well, and he threw it off his back foot near the 20. I mean, it was an incredible throw as the point after is up and through. The penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. So 14-0, West Jordan leads. 9:35 to play in the first half.
Yeah, see if Granger gets some momentum back here just to get down the field, score, get this game close.
Granger, Zach, what do they need to do to get the offense going here?
They got to get this defense's attention and get them on their heels. Running chunk plays. Like, that first drive was great. They were getting chunk plays. They made it down into the red zone. But, like I said earlier in this broadcast, not a lot of special teams. Not a lot of field goal attempts. Nothing.
As always, that score brought to you by Intermountain Bobcat, located in Orem, Ogden, and Salt Lake City. Intermountain Bobcat, helping homeowners and contractors conquer their projects since 1995. Zach, I ran a Bobcat tractor this week with the iPhone.
I saw that on the Instagram. Was that Bryce that was doing it?
I did it and Bryce did it, and then Bryce was in an excavator.
Yeah, because I remember I produced your show on Wednesday.
It was pretty cool.
And you guys were just like so excited about these things.
If you ever run a tracker from your phone, you'd be excited too. This kickoff fielded at the 26. Good field position, some running room up to midfield, and taken down at the 50 is the Granger returner. That is Ta'u Ataini. He's had a nice night so far.
Yeah, he has had a nice night. And this is what I was talking about. You're having a little bit of momentum here, which is great. Now your offense need to execute here and either explosive plays, either chunk plays, mix them. Just don't have bad play calling here when you're at midfield.
When you're in a good spot, that penalty combined with the return, right, as you said, right at midfield. Now we're going to have a timeout on the field.
Are they trying to figure out where they ruled him down? Or where contact was first made? Either way, that ball, he was still moving forward.
They're going to bring the head coaches out to midfield. And I'm not sure what this is.
There's got to be a lot of talking between these two teams, Jordan. That's my guess right here.
Yeah, both. Well, the head coach is meeting at midfield. You got to be careful because you're lucky you're not in Nevada. Do you remember the Lone Peak Bishop Gorman game this year? The officials just called the game. So now head coaches, they're going to call their teams together and have a little chat. And I imagine let them know that if the jawing keeps occurring, this game may be halted. Have you ever, you played a lot of ball. Did you ever have a game where it was called early due to something like this, unsportsmanlike conducts?
No. So this is like the first time I've seen this ever, like since the Bishop Gorman game.
And I should say that was in Nevada, so different circumstances.
It's a little bit of different rules in Nevada, but I would say they're about the same in Utah. But this is the first time I'm seeing this in high school, honestly. And you know, our coaches are pretty disciplined with us, so we play our game. We play our game. If they start talking, just stay point at the scoreboard.
There we go. 1st and 10. Ball at the 50.
And also, our coaches made sure we didn't do anything stupid.
So the coaches chat with both teams. Back out there. 14-point game. West Jordan in front. And we're going to have some penalty flags. A false start, it looks like. So back them up to the 45. 1st and 15 now for the Lancers. They give it to the back around the right side. That is Fafita working his way for maybe a gain of 3 on the play.
Good job by Fafita, just keeping those legs moving, making a move to kind of just gain some more yards. Just getting that chunk play. Like, this is what I was talking about right here, Jordan. Chunk plays. That's going to get you in great position for a 3rd and manageable, maybe a 4th and manageable if you're feeling gutsy or, you know, you're punting, right? I mean, the last 2 punts we've seen from Granger have not been great. So we'll see what happens here.
2nd and 13. They give him 2. Ball at the 47-yard line. Snap. They fake it to Fafita, go to the other back, and he's taken down right away. He may have lost a yard there.
Yeah,
that was
he lost a yard.
Huama'u on the carry, so now a 3rd and long.
Look for West Jordan to kind of play a little bit of like a cover 3, cover 4 prevent kind of defense here. Still man coverage. I've seen a lot of man tonight from West Jordan. So see if they line up in this cover 3 man. They're going to play off, obviously, since it's deep yardage. They're 3rd and long. So yeah, 10 yards off.
3rd down, 14 to go. Ball at their own 46. 2 wide receivers split to each side. Owen Griffin, the 6'5", 195-pound senior quarterback, takes the snap, throws to his right, and he overshoots his intended man, incomplete. He wanted Tali Ta'utani on the reserve, wanted him to make the catch, did not. So now a 4th down and 14, and we'll see if Griffin himself just punts it away here.
Yeah, I'm curious what Granger's going to do here. And it looks like they're going to punt.
You never know for sure because it's Griffin himself, the quarterback, who punts it away.
Right. You can have a fake. You could something like that.
Yeah, and you got to be careful here. Last time Griffin tried to punt deep inside his own territory, it did not go well.
It went into the bleachers, right into the band.
It's like, look alive down there, kids.
Hopefully everyone's fine. No, those footballs can.
They took a trombone player out on a stretcher. No, they did not. Everyone's okay.
Everyone's safe. We're okay.
So now another penalty, 5-yarder for
delay game or
Granger.
false start.
Yeah, I think it was a delay game. Now another high looping snap. This time Griffin handles it, and a good punt. This will be fielded at the 32. He makes one man miss, makes another man miss, but now the Granger mob takes him down shy about the 32-yard line. That's where West Jordan will get the ball.
Nice move by Scooby Tulau. Took some ankles off. But let's see what West Jordan can do here. Granger needs to get this West Jordan offense off the field. They have so much momentum right now here, Jordan. So let's see what can Granger do. What defense can we see from Granger right here?
14-point lead for the Jaguars. Ball at the 32 in their own territory. All right, a score here makes it tough on the Lancers.
Yeah, I think West Jordan here wants to put this game out of reach a little bit before the halftime.
Dunn in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to each side. Johnson in the backfield. Dunn with a hard count there with the clap. Got the left tackle, or the left end, I should say, to come into the neutral zone, but he gets back. They give it to Johnson on first down, and he will be stopped after maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, it looks like Aiden kind of killed that play just because of what he saw, but looks like they stacked up the box a little bit for Granger, but this is what Granger needs. They need to get a stop.
Granger could use a turnover right about now.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that.
So they give him 1, 2nd and 9.
It's like they might send this linebacker, number 22, into coverage because they look like they're going to put into a cover 2.
Shotgun snap to Dunn. Back to pass. Now he just grounds it. Wanted to throw a little, looked like a screen intentionally out to the left. Didn't have his man, though.
For all my Madden players out there, that's a slip screen. I'm not saying I run slip screens in Madden, Jordan, okay?
So the slip screen, how does that,
So quarterback snaps, right? Running back comes up and then out while these linemen come out here to throw some blocks. Make sure you got to avoid that illegal man downfield, though. I think in high school it's 5 yards. In college it's 5 yards as well. But in the NFL, I think it's 2 to 3 yards. You're not allowed to be downfield.
So here we go, 3rd and 9. Back to pass. Dunn under pressure, steps up. Now fleshed out to his right. He's going to throw deep downfield. Has a man. It is off his fingertips. He wanted Creasy, and he just couldn't quite haul it in. That one was kind of a jump ball out there, thrown into double coverage. Creasy nearly came down with it.
Yeah, I think he just kind of lost position on his hands. He wasn't making that whole triangle the whole time. You know, that's a pressure play. That's a pressure play too. I've honestly done that myself once because there's so much pressure. But great job by Dunn just extending that play. It's kind of giving you, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, those types of players. That's what it's kind of reminding me of right now. He's making some ridiculous throws.
A lot of improvisation. The Jaguars will punt it away though for the first time tonight.
See, if I'm Granger here, this is what you want. You want to stop, get some momentum back. Well done by Granger's defense.
Dunn, the quarterback, he will punt it away for West Jordan as well. That one nearly blocked. He gets it away. It lands at the 31, though. It's going to take a nice Jaguar roll, though, inside the 15 and all the way down inside the 10. Wow. A great punt, and Granger will get the ball inside their own 10-yard line. 6:55 to play in the half, 14-0, West Jordan over Granger.
Yeah, I just saw number 33, Cristiano Fale, the brother of Anthony Fale, just jawing with Granger. That's something you got to be aware about. What did your coach just say to you like 10 minutes ago?
No. Gives us a chance to remind you that high school football brought to you by Baskin-Robbins. Football season is here. Head into any Baskin-Robbins right now. Tell them who you're rooting for when it comes to the Utah-BYU game tomorrow. They'll give you a 2-for-1 special, 2 scoops for 1 at your local Baskin-Robbins, any location along the Wasatch Front. Low shotgun snap, screen pass out to the left. It is caught, working his way up to the 15, has some room to the 20, 25, 30, has a blocker. Now runs out of some room up past the 40, maybe 43, 44-yard line. It was Manti Puo-Ma'u again on the reception, and that is what the Lancers needed backed up in their own territory.
Great recognition by Puo-Ma'u, by the way. You know, block was missed. Player did get in the backfield, but he was able to make a miss and turn it up the sideline. Great job getting out of bounds, stopping that clock either way. You're not wasting clock. You're getting some momentum back, giving West Jordan time to obviously rest for a second, but it's not going to stop Granger's momentum here. Not at all.
Ball at the 40. Lancers need some points badly. Griffin in the gun, takes the snap, back to pass. The right-hander slings one over the middle. It's nearly picked off by Scooby Tula'u, but it falls incomplete.
I couldn't tell where Owen Griffin was throwing that. There might have been some miscommunication on the play call. There's a chance of that, and you know you're throwing it like basically in like a rhombus type shape with 4 players, 1 on outside and 2 players on the inside.
So that brings up 2nd and 10. I can tell you were good at geometry. That was not my best subject. Oh, that was our first rhombus of the year.
Wait. No, I don't know what I was thinking about.
Back to pass is Griffin. Dumps one off over the middle and knocked out of bounds at the 48 of West Jordan is Creasy, or excuse me, I beg your pardon, but Patolo, but we do have a flag back behind the play.
Yeah, that might be that flag might have been thrown right here, technically, because a West Jordan player, I think, was pushed. That could be an OPI.
Yeah, that's coming. That's going to be on Granger. So they'll put that at the 30. And a Lancer penalty, again, disrupts that drive. Second and 20, rolling to his right is Griffin. Now, under pressure, he's going to be sacked back at the 25-yard line.
Great job by West Jordan's defense, just recognizing where the quarterback is. It sounds like there's a little bit more miscommunication from the line, and this is some more miscues going on here.
Now, that was Lisa Missionari on the sack, so a 3rd and 25. Lancers started this with the ball at not near midfield, but at the 40 after the big run. Backed all the way back to their 25 after the penalty and the sack. Griffin takes the snap, looking, and now he just dumps it off to Fafita up to the 37-yard line where he's taken down, and it'll be 4th down.
It's a smart play by Fafita, or by Aiden Griffin. You know, you got nothing open. You have Fafita open to potentially make a move, make up some yardage, make it more fourth and manageable for your punter.
So Griffin will back up, punt it away himself. 2 back to receive for West Jordan. It is Porter Creasy and Anthony Fale. A good punt. Griffin got away last time. Good snap. Good punt here. He boots this one. This is going to be fielded at the 34 and fumbled. Ball on the ground. Who has it? The Lancers say they have it. We'll see.
Granger's got it.
It is Lancer football. That is exactly what Granger needed. A turnover. And the Lancers will have it inside West Jordan territory.
Great kick by Griffin. Great kick. And it looks like that was Anthony Foley that muffed that punt. Always got to make sure that ball need to get secure first. Always got to make sure before you make a move.
So Lancers with it at the 33-yard line of the Jaguars. See if they can take advantage, trailing by 2 touchdowns. 5:01 to play in the half. And flags. And it looks like it's going to be an offsides, on West Jordan. So move it 5 yards.
They're saying encroachment, and that's the same thing. Would you say it's the same thing?
I would. I'm not the man you should be asking. Who's our rules analyst? Bryce Larson?
Probably.
encroachment and offsides.
Pretty much the same thing, right?
Bring in Bryce Larson. What is the difference between encroachment and offsides, Bryce?
Offsides is simply just being essentially in the neutral zone. It's the same as the neutral zone infraction. Encroachment is, I believe, when you actually make contact with an opposing player during and before the play.
Gotcha.
Which is one of the reasons I imagine they blew that dead.
See, this is why we love Bryce.
That's right. Now more whistles. And a timeout, West Jordan. So they'll take their first timeout of the half.
A lot of timeouts.
A lot of timeouts.
A lot of whistles.
Every timeout, though, gives us a chance to remind you of our fine sponsors, including Dang Brother Pizza, starting in Utah in January 2023. You'll be saying, Dang Brother, that's good pizza. Give Dang Brother a call. They will cater any type of event you have, whether it's a tailgate, wedding, whatever. They can bring out the vintage fire truck, a 1977 Mack. They have the wood-fired oven in the back of that thing. Or you can have it out of the Gosney-style oven that cooks in 90 seconds. It's delicious Neapolitan-style pizzas. That's Dang Brother Pizza. Check them out at dangbrotherut.com.
I wonder if they had gluten.
Sip into that refreshing island life with bold and spicy flavors, real juicy fruit, and a new twist you can't resist. Get on island time with refreshing bevs at Baskin-Robbins. Seize the A.
Yay! Around the edge, Fafita looking end zone. Touchdown! Lancers.
There you go. You answer back. You make this game more manageable for yourself. Great play, great run by Fafita.
Boy, that is, if you can get Fafita in space, he has some speed and some athleticism. And the Lancers are on the board here with 4:53 to play in the half. And the fumble comes back to bite West Jordan.
Fafita is reminding me of a mix of Derrick Henry and Cam Scatterbo. Are you seeing that a little bit?
Yeah, he has that Henry speed around the edge. Maybe, I mean, that elusiveness downfield. Now a low snap. They get the kick up, though. It bonks off the crossbar, off the upright, a double doink, and back in.
That was almost blocked. That was a really low kick. Bryce Larson over here just giggling over here.
That, I've never seen a kick like that go through. You're right. It was a bad snap. A nice job by the holder to somehow get it down. And then two doinks. That is impossible. I don't even know how that went through, but it did.
I feel like we've seen a lot of doinks in football this year. Honestly. Seen a lot during the NFL season. We've seen a lot in the college season. We've seen a lot.
We've seen a lot in this first half. We've seen now double doink. We've seen a official timeout where the coaches have to get the teams together, tell them to cool out. We've seen a punt that's gone in the bleachers.
Yeah. This student section singing "Wow" by Post Malone. It's a great song. Great song. Yeah, I'm curious to see how West Jordan's going to answer right here, Jordan, to see if they get back on top of this score, getting up back up by 2 possessions, or if this is going to be a 1-possession game going into halftime.
And it was West Jordan that got the opening kickoff. So to start the second half, the Lancers will have the ball. Now a little pooch kick. It's going to be fielded at the 26-yard line. And still with it, still on his feet, is the returner up past the 40. And it'll be pretty good field position for West Jordan to begin things.
Yeah, great return. Obviously, Granger got to be heads up of who they're tackling. I think they did tackle the wrong player at first. So just be aware of who you're tackling. And obviously, football 101, wrapping the legs, not wrapping the chest where they can just shoulder you off.
By the way, stick around at halftime on our YouTube stream. We will have coverage of the ring ceremony for the state champion softball team of West Jordan. They will be honoring them on senior night here in West Jordan. Dunn takes the shotgun snap, gives it to Johnson up the middle. He'll be taken down after a gain of about 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think West Jordan's going to try to take some clock off here as well. Just getting those chunk plays in, making it third and manageable for themselves. But this has been great. Great first 2 halves for both teams. Obviously Granger having struggles at first, just kind of slow start with momentum and everything. They had the great first drive. But after that, they kind of had no momentum until now. They just scored.
Indeed. So 2nd and 4. Done letting that clock roll, like you mentioned, Zach. Now looking over at the sideline, they give him the signal. Under 4 minutes, we tick and whistles, and West Jordan is going to use their second timeout of the half. Just couldn't get it figured out on the offensive end, so they'll take a timeout with 3:57 to play. Gives us a chance to remind you that high school football brought to you by the Utah Trucking Association. They want all of us to get home safely. A message from the Utah Trucking Association.
See what West Jordan comes up with here. Maybe chunk plays again. Be a deep ball.
2nd and 4, I was going to say maybe we'll see if they take a shot.
I feel like when you're always in a second and manageable, like a 2nd and 2, second and 1, 2nd and 3, you have the ability to throw the ball deep, throw them off. That I've seen that a lot of times throughout football. A lot of NFL coaches use that cadence where like, oh, what would you do? Run the ball? Or they're like, yeah, run the ball. Nope, pass.
Trips to the right for the Jaguars. Shotgun snap coming to Dunn. And more flags and a false start.
Yeah, it's going to be on number 6, Porter Creasy. Just twitched.
That'll drive you crazy if you're a West Jordan coach out of the timeout.
I think it would drive you crazy as a quarterback as well. It's like you say the count in the huddle, and you don't remember. As a wide receiver, I've had that happen to me as well once or twice. You're thinking about the play, you think about the route you're running, you think about where you make your cut or wherever.
And as a wide receiver, are you paying more attention to the football or the snap count down there?
Football.
They give it to Johnson up the middle here on 2nd and 9. He's going to work his way through the secondary, and he has green grass in front of him to the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, West Jordan!
Wow, what a great run by Cody Johnson. Recognizing that gap, getting through some Granger players, breaking tackles. Great run.
59 yards for Johnson. And West Jordan back up by 2 scores. We have an injured Lancer on the play. But the biggest run of the night. And West Jordan answers right back after the Lancer touchdown.
And that West Jordan sideline is amped up.
Well, we talked about chunk plays. That's chunk play.
That is
59 yards.
That's more of a explosive.
that exceeded chunk. You're right. The injured Lancer is over on the far side of the end zone. Can't see who it is, but they're taking a look at him. Stick around at half. We'll have the softball state championship ring ceremony, and then we'll also give you some halftime scores.
We preview a little college football too, George?
Indeed. Gives us a chance to remind you that we're going to have 2 different tailgates tomorrow on our station and our brother station, ESPN 700. Myself and Bryce Larson will be at Fat Daddy's Pizza on Center Street in Provo, 11 to 2. Prior to the BYU game, come on down, hang out with us. And then our friend Porter Larson will be over at Bout Time in Vineyard, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the afternoon on ESPN 700.
I'm curious how they are gonna do this ring ceremony with the graduating senior. Do they fly in?
That's a good question. That's actually a very good. I don't know. By the way, Trevor Riley, the former Ute, will be along with Porter tomorrow at Bout Time. The injured Lancer will make his way to the sideline, and he's walking off under his own power, so hopefully he's okay. As West Jordan will now attempt the PAT.
West Jordan's coach is walking off the field. I wonder why. Yeah, you might want to run.
Aaron Hunt puts it through, and it is 21-7 Jaguars. 3:45 to play in the half.
Well, I was completely wrong. I thought they were going to try to take some clock off.
Well, it wasn't a bet. They ran the ball. You just, you go 59 yards.
Yeah. What was that, like 2 plays, maybe 3 plays?
Yeah.
2-play drive. It's a great drive by West Jordan. A great answer back.
A huge answer after the Lancers get the touchdown. Remember, the playoffs start next week. So these teams playing for seeding, both one loss in Region 4. The Lancers with all 3 timeouts will have 3:45 here or so, depending on where they bring how many seconds run off after the kickoff. Line drive kick headed into the corner, and that is going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
All right, let's see what Granger can put together here. They still have some momentum. Obviously, West Jordan having some momentum back as well. So we may see a little bit of a shootout here a little bit with these offenses as the half starts to wrap up.
Especially if the Grangers can get feet of the ball back in space. He was the man who took it in for the touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, your Utah high school playoff brackets will be released tomorrow. So ball at the 20. Griffin in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers split to each side. Fafita, I believe, in the backfield. Now they bring a man in motion. Shotgun. Throws over the middle, off the hands of the intended wide receiver, and nearly picked off. He wanted Taini, but just glanced off his fingertips and landed incomplete.
Yeah, it was almost a pick by Anthony Fale as well. That was really close to being a pick, and he is definitely going to want that back. 100% going to want that back.
2nd and 10. 4 down linemen for the Jaguars. Back to pass. Griffin looking under pressure. He's going to run, and he's going to be hit at the 20 and taken back. He maybe will get a yard or 2.
Yeah, Owen Griffin just trying to drive his legs, make a play, get some yards back. At that point, he might as well just go down.
Now at 3rd and 9, and if Granger doesn't pick it up, West Jordan will get another chance at it.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock right now, Jordan. That's enough time. That's enough time to execute a 2-minute drill.
Rips to the left here. Ball on the 21. Griffin back to pass. Under pressure, throws a little slant route to the left. It is caught at the 25 by Patolo. And the Lancers will have to punt it away. West Jordan will not use that last timeout yet. 2:42, clock rolling here.
It's great tackle by Lex and Rivera. Just wrapping the legs, making sure you can't drive those legs, then rolling and a little twisting a little bit. Obviously not a safe way to tackle. That's how a lot of ankle injuries happen in today's football world. But it's a great tackle.
Now Griffin to punt it away. 2 men back to receive for the Jaguars. That is Creasy and Fale. And Griffin will not punt it away. It is someone else here. A big, really high punt, and Creasy dropped it, but it rolled out of bounds. They punted at some serious hang time.
Yeah, it did.
I'm trying to see who booted that one away. So 2:09 to play in the half. And West Jordan will get the football at their own 44. That was Fafita, by the way, I believe. I take that back. That was Puama'u who booted that one.
It's good to know that these guys can kick.
Man.
I'm looking at this roster, and I just realized none of them have a kicker position listed.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll throw you out there to kick.
Granger does not have a kicker on their roster. 1st and 10. Dunn, shotgun, going to give it to his back, and he will work his way up to about the 46.
Yeah, get that clock running. Maybe come into a no huddle 2-minute drill. Maybe potentially try to get some points on the board, more points on the board, and make it a more. I would say like a 3-possession game. I would say
Yeah,
possession game.
That was Scooby on the carry, but they're taking a lot of time. It's almost like they're content to just roll this thing down. 140, 139. 2nd and 7, trips to the left this time.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious to see what Ron Halber has to say to his team in the half about the talking.
Now a throw over the middle, and he air mills it, and it's incomplete. 3rd and 7 now with 1:24 to play in the half.
Yeah, it was almost picked off too by Kingston Patolo.
I'm not sure what the
snowball
idea,
football.
What the idea is here.
This is confusion from the ball boy, it looks like.
.124, 3rd and 7, back to pass. Looking over the middle, thrown, and he missed his man, incomplete, and it's 4th and 7, and now West Jordan's going to have to punt it away. That was a baffling offensive possession.
Yeah, that was not good at all. Not at all.
By the way, we were talking West Jordan kickers. Their kicker hit 44 extra points in a row earlier this year. We got that factoid.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
Well, he had some luck on his side because he got the double doink to go in tonight, too.
Lucky kicker foot.
Now a bad snap picked up off the turf by the punter for West Jordan, and he shanks it out of bounds and nearly hit a man in with the crutches down there on the sideline. Everybody look out.
Some of these punts tonight.
Man, I'm telling you, nobody's safe. You're on crutches. You're in the band. You're in the bleachers. Look out.
I bet we can get Bryce out there and he'll just do a perfect punt.
That's right. Bryce. He was a punt, pass, and kick champion as a 7-year-old. A lot of people don't know that. 39-yard line. Granger will take over with 1:13 to play.
Yeah, look for these outside plays too, Jordan, so they can get out of bounds and conserve some clock. Yeah, they still have 2 timeouts, but you want to save those 2 timeouts.
Back to pass. Griffin rolling right, and he throws it at the feet of his intended receiver, incomplete.
The student section, they're in it tonight.
They're in it. Here at West Jordan High School. Griffin back in the gun, trips to the right. Back to pass on 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. Under pressure, he's going to get hit and sacked back at the 30-yard line. That was Paula Havea.
Yeah, that's a good move. They need to be careful in dancing after that because that can still result in a sportsmanlike conduct.
It's true. Now we have whistles and a timeout taken by Granger. That is their 2nd timeout taken by the half. Is that correct? I believe so, yes. Interesting timeout on 3rd and 20 with 43 seconds left. See what they try to do here.
They might try to draw up a play here that's not in their playbook. There's a chance they can do that or kind of look at their options. See what they can do.
They will get the ball to begin the second half. Meanwhile, West Jordan with 1 timeout remaining. So ball at their own 30, 3rd and 20. 43 seconds to play in the second quarter. Griffin brings a man in motion. Far side, back to pass. Looking, looking now, throws across his body, dangerous throw in and out of the hands of his intended wide receiver, Puamau, and it is 4th and 20, and the clock stops with 37 seconds to play.
Yeah, two things here. Puamau needs to pull that in quicker. That's why that ball got jarred out. But great play by Porter Creasy. Just getting a hit in, possibly jarring that ball loose. You know, it's not going to be a fumble. You just make it incomplete.
So they will punt it away. And I believe Puamau is the man who will do so. Now he's going to run. Didn't have time to boot it. Now he'll boot it near the line of scrimmage, and a heck of a punt. It's going to land back at the 22 and roll. Take a little bit of a West Jordan bounce. It's going to end up at the 20. Oh, my. What a boot. He punted that thing 60 yards.
Wow.
All right. Now, he heard us talking. Said, you want a punt? I'll show you a punt. 24 seconds to play. We'll see if West Jordan kneels on this.
That punt kind of reminded me of when like Mitch Wisnowski.
Yeah.
Or not Mitch Wisnowski. Yeah, wait.
Yeah, the Aussie.
Yeah, the Aussie. It's an Aussie-style punt, rugby punt.
They may not kneel on this. Empty backfield. 3 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left for the Jaguars.
If I'm Granger, I'm going to be wanting to sit in a cover 4 right now.
Dunn throws to the outside, and it is overthrown, incomplete. 19 seconds to play.
Number 1 for West Jordan, Julian Valenzuela. I can't say his last name, excuse me, but just had open space. Aiden Dunn missed him. So
Valenzuela?
Valenzuela, thank you.
He did. He had some room. 2nd and 10, but more importantly, 19 seconds to play in the half. I mean, West Jordan's got to be careful here. 2 incomplete passes, and they're going to have to punt it away. Shotgun snap, back to pass, under pressure, and he just throws it into the dirt.
There's 1 incomplete pass already.
Took less than 3 seconds off the clock.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 10 now. Some odd possessions here from West Jordan to end the half.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know what they have drawn up. I'm sure they're trying to play concerting the lead, but I'm just confusing. Like if I want to be West Jordan, I want to score some points to kind of feel comfortable with my lead. They only have a 2-possession lead, Jordan, and Granger gets the ball out of the second half.
Yeah. 3 wide receivers to the right. Now they bring a man in motion, and they will give it to the back. He'll run up the middle, be taken down at the 26, but now West Jordan can take a timeout. But will they? Let's see. They stop the clock with 9 seconds, and we'll see who took the timeout.
Maybe Granger took the timeout?
They have 1 left. They could. I would if I were Granger, because you're short. It's 4th down. And you can at least make West Jordan punt the ball away. And we don't even know who took the timeout. They want to put 10 seconds on the clock. The last 2 minutes of this half taken about 45 minutes.
My brain scrambled. I don't know what is going on.
I'm telling you. It's been laborious. So 4th and 3, 10 seconds to play in the half. We still don't know who took the timeout. They never signaled.
My guess is going to be Granger.
You would think. They have to punt it away here. And that'll be Aiden Dunn, the quarterback, to punt it away. Just 1 man back for Granger. And the snap nearly goes over his head. Oh, my goodness. He gets away a good punt. It's going to hit down at the 36 and take a big West Jordan roll inside the 25. But more importantly, the clock will run out and the half is over. So West Jordan leads the Lancers 21-7. We will take a break and come back with our halftime report after this. Once again, it's West Jordan 21, Granger 7. You're listening to High School Football on 103.9 and 98.3 ESPN The Fan.
When the going gets tough, the tough are already up and going. Because when the only way is through, you go boldly into the task at hand. With the right tool to accomplish the improbable, more muscle, more hustle, more accomplished. To you, it's just another Tuesday. Because if you have the will, we have the way. Accomplish more with a Bobcat loader or
I feel like nobody does pizza like we do pizza.
We started making pizza out of our wood fire oven, back of a fire truck. It seems like that's what everyone needs.
Every season, every game, every mile. Parents make the drive. Through city streets, mountain passes, and desert roads, you get them there. The Ineos Grenadier, tough, reliable, and ready for anything. It's not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about showing up together. The Ineos Grenadier, built on purpose, ready for whatever's next.
Going golfing! Ooh. Off to golf!
You're picking that up.
Off to the range, honey!
Bye.
Whoa! Oh, that was close. Glad you got the backup camera installed.
Yep.
You don't need a new car to have new car technology. Let the Warehouse, Sound Warehouse, install it today.
when the going gets tough. The tough are already up and going, because when the only way is through, you go boldly into the task at hand. With the right tool to accomplish the improbable, more muscle, more hustle, more accomplished. To you, it's just another Tuesday, because if you have the will, we have the way. Accomplish more with a Bobcat loader or excavator.
These my dollars make it hurt.
Welcome back in. West Jordan High School, where your halftime score is 21-7. West Jordan and the Jaguars lead over Granger. I am Bryce Larson, taking you through the halftime for tonight. We're going to go through a couple of scores. And then coming up in a little bit, we'll carry the ring ceremony for the softball team here at West Jordan High School. So as soon as that happens, we'll bring it up on the screen over on our YouTube page. I want to remind you, this game being streamed live over the radio waves, 103.9 and 98.3 ESPN The Fan. Also on our ESPN The Fan mobile app. So make sure you download the ESPN The Fan mobile app. If you're watching on the YouTube stream, you can see it right there in the bottom right-hand corner. And then, of course, if you are listening on the radio, you can always just search ESPN The Fan wherever you get your apps. Let's take a look around the world of high school football here in the state of Utah. Riverton currently leads in Region 2 play over Copper Hills, 35-0. Mountain Ridge leads over Westlake, 21-14. Tonight, the only Region 4 game in action is ours right here, 21-7 at the half in favor of the West Jordan Jaguars over the Lancers of Granger. In Region 5 play up north, Box Elder currently leads Westfield 22-6. In Region 6 play, it's the Brighton Bengals that lead 21-3 over the Alta Hawks. In Region 9 play, down in St. George, Crimson Cliffs currently blowing out Pineview 35-7. Hurricane leads 21-0 over Desert Hills. And then it's Snow Canyon that leads 21-6 over Dixie. Up in region play, 28-14 is the score between Mountain Crest and Green Canyon. And then if we go down to the 2A level, a couple of games in 2A here tonight. One in the 2A North Division, American Leadership Academy taking on Judge Memorial. That's a 20-6 ball game in favor of the Eagles of American Leadership Academy. In 2A South, Delta and Emory, a 7-6 ball game tonight. San Juan blowing out South Sevier 54-7. A lot of games took place on Thursday and Wednesday throughout this week throughout the state of Utah. Harriman took down Cedar Valley 56-6 last night. It was West that won 69. Yes, 69-6. A nice score in Region 4 play last night for the West Panthers. They lead in Region 4. And then it was Hillcrest that blew out Kearns 38-0. We'll take a quick break right here on ESPN The Fan. Come back on the other side. We'll carry the ring ceremony for the Granger High School softball team who won the state championship just this past season. That comes your way in just a couple of minutes right here on ESPN The Fan, the ESPN The Fan app at 103.9 and 98.3 ESPN The Fan.
These my dollars make it hurt.
Welcome back into Granger High School. Currently, the ceremony for the softball team is going on. We wanted to take you through it because this is a cool accolade for the West Jordan Jaguars. It's a fantastic season for the softball team. There they are, gathered up at midfield with that state championship trophy. It's the ring ceremony here tonight for West Jordan. A phenomenal, phenomenal season for these young ladies and a great run to the state title. And of course, being able to take home that state title. Never an easy feat in any sport, no matter what sport you play. So one by one, they're going to go through and hand out the rings. This was Clara Gibson they just announced. Kennedy Taylor coming up and grabbing her ring. Now Riley Coleman will come up to the table. Lexi Taylor. Haley Fox now. It's her turn. Now Ashlyn Kerrigan. Just a phenomenal softball team. Aldrich. Quite a few players on this team. And the head coach. How about that? J.D. Christensen able to come up and grab her ring. I want to see these rings in person because you got to think that they probably went all out in making these championship rings look just phenomenal. You know, West Jordan, you got to think they probably went with the darker gray or black build on it. That's just a guess by me. I haven't actually seen the rings myself. But if it were me, I would go with a darker ring with the light blue and just get that color to pop on those rings. But what a phenomenal feat for this softball team to be able to take home the state championship. Always love to recognize these great student athletes out there, and of course the coaches that made it all possible for this run to a state title. They're going to try and run it back this year. And in fact, I mean, you get those fall practices started, you get into the spring, and it's going to be right around the corner. They'll be back out there on the field playing before you know it. Asiana Fafita now coming up and getting her ring at the table. And there is the Gatorade Player of the Year, Rita Tahita. Now Talavea comes up. It's not easy to be a Gatorade Player of the Year. Now the lights go down. As the lights go blue, here comes the reveal. And I wish our camera could really zoom in super far on that. But I think this is the closest that we're going to be able to get to it. But there you go. There's the ring reveal. Some fireworks being shot off here at West Jordan High. You see them there on the stream side of things. A phenomenal night, and one that these young ladies will, of course, always remember. That's your ring ceremony for the West Jordan State Champion softball team. We'll take a quick break, and we will be back. One more segment to go before we get into the second half of action. We'll be back right here on 103.9 and 98.3 ESPN The Fan.
These my dollars make it hurt. These my dollars make it hurt. Beats by Dallas, 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 make it hurt. by Dallas, make it hurt.
Welcome back to West Jordan, where the Jaguars lead the Granger Lancers 21-7 as we're getting ready to begin the third quarter. And Zach, what'd you see from West Jordan in that first half overall?
Clean offense for the most part. You know, you and I were pretty confused on what those last few possessions for West Jordan were. Chewing the clock out, we don't know, right? But
we may never know.
We may never know. We could probably go ask the coach probably if we wanted to, but we just decided not to and just decided to let our voices rest and kind of take a second to reset. But great first half from Cody Johnson, a great first half from the Dunn brothers. Can't ask for more than that. You know, you're only up 2 possessions though. That's the other thing for West Jordan.
What do you have to do if you're Granger to get back in this game?
Honestly, stop these miscues, clearly. I mean, a lot of false starts. A lot of penalties, you know, the jawing's not helping. The unsportsmanlike conducts have not been helping for both squads. You know, refs almost wanted to cancel this game, Jordan. And that's something that you don't want, right? So being more aware of what the ball is, being disciplined of where the ball is, executing the plays cleanly. Obviously, there's going to be some miscues with the blocking, anything like that. So we'll see what Granger drew up for the second half.
You want to know what I learned at halftime?
What's that?
West Jordan knows how to put on a halftime show.
Yeah,
wow.
They do.
A ring ceremony, fireworks. What a show.
Yeah.
And now we're ready to get going. Third quarter.
As I'm bobbing my head to Fee, and I'm sure our producer, Ron Weaver III, is too.
They will kick it away from the 40, Lancers to receive. Boy, a huge possession here for Granger. A score gets them right back in this game.
This student section, Jordan, they're getting loud. They're getting really amped up.
Even the police officer's holding up a sign that says louder down there on the track.
Louder or we'll arrest you.
Kickoff, fielded at the 1, bringing it out to the 10, and taken down at the 14-yard line. So again, Granger backed up to begin this drive.
Definitely not the start you want for special teams. Obviously, you're pinned inside your own 15. Not ideal.
That was Ta'u Ataini on the return. So here comes Owen Griffin and the offense. They've had one really sustained drive tonight that ended in a score, and that was after they recovered the football in West Jordan territory after a muffed punt. In the shotgun, Griffin with the man on his left. That's Fafita. 2 wide receivers make it 3 to the right. They're going to give it to Fafita on first down, and he'll have a few be stopped at the 21 forward progress. So a good 6-yard gain there on first down.
Nice vision by Fafita. You know, that gap was not really big.
No, it was a narrow gap.
It was very narrow. Now somehow he got through that. That was a good play, a good run.
Fafita on the touchdown run, and he is quick. So here's 2nd and 4. Throw it out to the right. A little screen pass, and that one's not going to go anywhere. Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, I mean, West Jordan sends some pressure off the sides. To bring that safety all the way down, and I'm sure Owen Griffin saw that. Great awareness by him. Obviously, the play not resulting in what you want it to be, but still great play.
Loss of 3, so brings up a 3rd and 9. Ball back at the 16-yard line. Make it the 18. Back to pass. Griffin looking. Throws to his left. It is caught. First down. Trying to make one man miss. He is tackled just shy of the 35-yard line.
That was Ta'u Tiana.
think you're right. I think he was on the reception, the sophomore.
Hey, you got yourself a fresh down, first set of downs. That's goal number 1 complete for Granger. Now, repeat this goal. Get these chunk plays, make it third and manageable, get a first down. Maybe you can try to take a deep shot if you're feeling gutsy.
They give it to Fafita on first down, and he has some room up to the 40, still pushing forward, and he's going to get all the way to the 44-yard line and a first down.
It's great power running. Man, like I said in the first half, Fafita is just reminding me, it continues to remind me just of Derrick Henry and Cam Scadaboo combined. He's just, boop, keep turning those legs, makes that dog pile move.
It's impressive.
It is impressive.
So ball at the 44, 1st and 10. Granger taking their time, getting to the line of scrimmage, trailing by 14 here at the beginning of the half. 2 wide receivers split to the right, 2 to the left. Griffin back to pass on first down. Looking, now fakes it, brings it back down. He's going to run, has a man to beat, and he will not get away, and he'll lose a couple on the play.
Yeah, not a great play by Owen Griffin. You know, it's obviously a lot of pressure, right? But you can always make the smart play of throwing the football out of bounds. You're out of the tackle box. You won't get intentional grounding. You had 2 receivers in your area. I think at that time you should make the smart play and throw it away and conserve the down.
So 2nd and 12 after the loss of 2. Trips to the left. Ball on the right hash. Griffin takes the snap. Going to give it to Fafita. He'll work his way up the middle and get ahead of the sticks at least. It'll bring up about a 3rd and 9.
Yeah, 3rd and longer, you don't want to be, at the 9-yard mark, right? You want to be closer to like 4 or 5. But it's good job by Fafita to just get back into the range of the sticks.
So big 3rd down. 3rd and 8, they'll say 46-yard line. 3 wide receivers split to the left. Griffin back to pass. Throws over the middle. It is to the middle. It is Tawataini to the 10, 5, touchdown, Lancers.
Wow. Now we have a game, Jordan. Like we were saying earlier, Lancers could get back right in this on this first drive of the second half, and they just did. Great throw
right down the middle. And Juni Taini broke away, showed the speed. It is a 1-score game, PAT pending. Well, that came out of nowhere. We did not see any of that in the first half from the Lancers.
Yeah, I mean this is just where you can take a deep shot too, and that's what they did. In the result, you score.
Perfect timing. Here's the extra points blocked. It was very, very low, and so no good. And it will remain 21-13, 8-point lead for West Jordan.
No, you're still a 1-possession game, which is good. You're still a 1-possession game, but now you have to do the hard part of going for 2, and going for 2 can be somewhat difficult when you're on the 2-yard line because you have, end zones are not like you don't have the whole field. You just have the end zone.
You have 10 yards there, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how this is going to play out. We'll see how West Jordan's offense will operate as well.
Back to receive for West Jordan. It'll be Nia Ioapo as the Lancers will kick it away from the 40, looking to get a stop. This West Jordan offense late in that second half, or late in that second quarter, I beg your pardon, didn't look real smooth.
Sip into that refreshing island life with bold and spicy flavors, real juicy fruit, and a new twist you can't resist. Get on island time with refreshing bevs at Baskin-Robbins. Seize the A. Yay!
The kick is up. It'll be short of the end zone. Going to be fielded at about the 10. Iowapo to his right to the 20. Cuts it back at the 25. Has a little room up past the 30 and will be knocked out of bounds near the 35-yard line. That's where the Jaguar offense will get started.
A little bit of a little scuffle after the play. I was just thinking just when that officer was down there holding that's a sign. I was asking if you've seen that video where the officer heads up, cheer, you go to jail.
Oh, is that what that is from?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where they're...
And that's what they did here just now, and that's why they were so loud in that second play of the drive for Granger.
That's funny.
I'm like, where was this when I was in high school?
It's just no kidding. They're getting everybody involved. Now we have whistles on the West Jordan sideline. Something to do with a football over there. What's happening down here? The officials wanted a football. It was over on the sideline. They really wanted it. Okay.
In order to play the game of football, you need a football.
Yeah. Here we go. Shotgun, Aiden Dunn. 2 men in the backfield on either side. Takes a snap. He will give it to Johnson, who will not get much. Maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he may have lost like an inch of a yard, potentially. But
2nd and 10 coming up.
Granger looking to gain back some momentum on defense as well. Great start so far. Stacking the box. They know that Cody Johnson can run. That's a great start.
All at the 35. Same formation, 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. Showing some pressure are the Lancers. They give it to Johnson again. He has some room. 1st down and a little more up near the 46-yard line. That'll move the chains.
Fresh set of downs for West Jordan. Great. I thought that was going to be another breakout run for Cody Johnson, honestly. But just great job getting the chunk play back and getting yourself a fresh set of downs.
West Jordan looking to answer after the Lancers came out and scored on their opening drive. Again, 2 backs in the backfield, 1 right wide receiver, split to the right. Dunn takes the snap, gives it to his back, working his way forward into Lancer territory. It is Tyson Dunn this time near the 1st down marker, maybe a yard short.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a yard short, but it's ground and pound game coming alive for West Jordan. I wonder if it's trying to make up for that 45-minute half we just had or a quarter a minute ago.
That's right. That was a long last 2.5 minutes to end the 2nd quarter. All at the 44 of Granger. Dunn takes the snap. They're going to give it to Johnson again. He's going to work his way forward, and the 1st down and more. And I say Johnson, I beg your pardon. That's Scooby Tula'u on the carry. And again, West Jordan just running the football here.
Yeah, one thing to note too is that ball security. If they're going to catch on to this, Jordan, Granger's just going to try to strip that ball out.
Now whistles. And Granger's going to take a timeout. They're going to burn one here early in the 2nd half.
I wonder if they're going to switch up their defense a little bit here and maybe go into more of a cover two. When I called a game with you last time, which was Juan Diego Judge, we saw Judge switch to a cover 2 defense because Juan Diego ran that ball so much. So I'm curious if they're going to do the same thing here. Maybe switch to a cover 2, maybe cover 1 disguise. Who knows? Like, there's always that. World's fastest quarter on ESPN The Fan.
Hey, man, you're running the football. That clock rolls.
Yeah.
Ball at the 38. The Jaguars in Granger territory.
I just switched it up now. Strip bunch.
Now to the left. Shotgun snap coming. Dunn back to pass on 1st down. Throws it over the middle. Incomplete. He was looking. He had Tyson Dunn.
And Anthony Foley as well.
And that one just, I'm not sure what happened. Low and in the turf.
This is the one thing I don't like about cover 3 is that you don't have a lot of support at the outside. When you're a DB, you're on your own island, right? It's not a great feeling. I didn't like the feeling of being my own island, but you get used to it because I played DB as well in high school. But being on your own island, you have no support at all. So if you're burned, you're burned. So that's the one thing that Granger needs to be aware of is whoever that safety is got to drop back and look.
2nd and 10. See if they put it on the ground. Again, they do. Give it to Johnson, who is knocked down near the line of scrimmage.
It's a great stop by Granger. Great stop by Granger. So now you're putting West Jordan in this situation of like, all right, are we going to throw it? Or are we going to pass it? They're 3rd and 10. Jordan, I'm kind of expecting a pass here.
You're in the area of the field where, 38-yard line, it may be 4-down territory.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're kind of in plus territory right now already. This has kind of been the average field. Like if Granger say we get the ball right here, this has been the average field position we've had to start. So either way, I think you're in plus down territory.
5:23 and rolling in the third quarter. 21-13 West Jordan. Dunn takes the snap, looking over the middle. He fires a fastball off the fingertips of Valenzuela, incomplete. And now it's 4th and 10, and we'll see what West Jordan does.
I've been noticing that Aiden Dunn has been throwing it a little bit to the outside a lot tonight, and that's what's causing these incompletions to happen, Jordan. And we saw a lot of it at the end of the first half.
Saw it there as well. So now they'll keep the offense out there. 4th down and 10.
It's like they're going to stack the box here a little bit. Drops down one safety, maybe two.
Trips to the left, back to pass. Dunn steps up, throws deep down the middle of the field. Has a man. Touchdown, West Jordan. He found Porter Creasy, the senior, behind the defense.
Great route by Porter Creasy. That's something that you would want. He took the advantage of the outside because that safety was a little bit late to come over to cover him. But that's a great play by Porter Creasy. I know he's been having a lot of drops tonight, Jordan, but he made up for it and scored his first touchdown of the night.
And a killer if you're the Lancers. You had a 4th and 10. Instead, it's a 45-yard touchdown reception. Here comes the extra point. It is up. It is good. Hunt knocks it through. It is 28-13 Jaguars. What'd you see on that play?
A lot. I saw a lot of stuff. But no, DBs are locking down the outside, but they didn't account for that middle guy. That middle guy can split that safety in some way. That safety was also playing really, really close to the linebacker. So I think that's another thing that hurt him in the long run is that he saw that late. Porter put on the wheels.
Yeah. And he's worried about keeping that in front of him on a 4th and 10.
Exactly. Yeah. And you have a guy slipping behind your back. So you make up for your missed throws, yeah. But that was a great just drop into Porter Creasy's hand.
So with 5:09 to play in the third quarter, West Jordan will kick it away. A high kick end over end. Going to be fielded. Now they'll let it fall at the 4 and roll into the end zone.
Some baseball news for you, Jordan. Shohei Ohtani is the first player in MLB history with game of 3 home runs as a hitter and 10 strikeouts as a pitcher, regular season or playoffs.
Wow. Well, he went at halftime. We had seen he'd hit 2, struck out 10. The only guy to hit a home run and strike out 10 in a postseason game was Bob Gibson. And then he apparently, just in the last few minutes, he hit his 3rd. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow. And one of those, by the way, went out at Dodger Stadium, I saw.
Yes.
That is, never seen it before. Now, bad snap, pass Owen Griffin, and he will fall on it near the 5-yard line. It went right by him.
It's not the start you want to this drive, Jordan. And, it's smart play by Griffin to just get on that ball and not try to make a play. But then you're losing 10 yards off of that.
They're going to spot him back at the 3. Is that?
That's
to beg your pardon. That's the 7. Give him
7 or 8. One of the two.
We'll give him the 7 or 8. Now we have movement on the line. That'll back them back, back them up even more.
False start on Granger. I do think if they get another flag here, that might result to a safety. No, it's a holding that does that, not a start.
Holding. You got to be careful. Holding the end zone. So ball at the 4. 2nd and a long ways. The first down is at the 30. Back to pass. Griffin throws one over the middle, caught and then hit hard. Holding on to it, though, was the wide receiver. Excellent pass. He'll be knocked down at the 10.
So that was Kingston Potolo.
Excellent job.
Big hit.
Yeah, big hit. Held on.
But wait, hold on to that ball. That's going to hurt in next tomorrow, probably. But great way to hold on to the ball and get some yards back.
3rd down and a mile. Griffin rolling to his right, flushed out, throws downfield, had a man, and he just overshot and would have been short of the 1st down anyway. So 4th down, and the Lancers are going to be forced to punt it away here.
Yeah, if that ball was a little bit more of a teardrop kind of pass, I think he would have had a 1st down because he was able to catch it and run. You know, that's an over-the-shoulder pass too. Those are hard to catch, and I know. And I don't know if our guy Bryce knows how hard those are to catch, but are they hard to catch, Bryce? Yeah, he's nodding at me. So over-the-shoulder catches can be difficult to catch.
West Jordan will have 2 back here to receive. West Jordan, excuse me. Lancers will punt it away from the end zone. A line drive punt. Going to be taken by Creasy at the 42. Down to the 35. Right sideline still staying in bounds. Now knocked out. So excellent field position in Lancer territory for West Jordan. 3:12 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Jordan, see what West Jordan can do here now.
Looking to put this one away here in the 3rd quarter. As always, high school football brought to you by Intermountain Bobcat, located in Orem, Ogden, and Salt Lake City. Intermountain Bobcat, helping homeowners and contractors conquer their projects since 1995.
Just thinking about MLB baseball a little bit here with the Mariners, too. The game win today. Mariners 1 game away from making their first World Series ever. They're the only team in the MLB to not make a World Series appearance.
Yeah, the Mariners won Game 5. They'll go back to Toronto, leading 3-2. It looks like the Dodgers will head to the World Series as well, clinch tonight perhaps. Run up the middle here on 1st down.
Yeah, that gap got pretty stuffed up pretty quickly here as well.
They stopped the clock here, and I'm not sure.
Cody Johnson lost his helmet, so he is forced to come off for a play.
Johnson will come out of the ball game. 2nd and 10, or make that 2nd and about 7, I'll say. Three wide receivers split to the left for the Jaguars.
Keep an eye on Scooby Tualalu in the backfield.
Dunn takes a snap, gives it to Scooby. Through the left side, has some running room. Will be knocked down inside the 15.
Great job by Scooby recognizing where that gap's open. 1st down, obviously, for West Jordan, and now that puts them in the red zone. What are they? They're 3 for 3 at the red zone, huh? Or 2 for 2.
They've been good tonight. You're asking me to remember and do some math on the air. And it's not a good combination.
When is that ever a good combination? Let's be honest here.
Ball at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. The Jaguars looking to take control of this game. Leading by 2 scores. 3 wide receivers to the right. Dunn will take the shotgun snap, give it to Scooby, and he's knocked down for a loss. Big play there by the Lancer defense.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was a read option or not that Dunn was trying to read, but I don't know if he had the chance to pull it back or not, but I think the grip on that ball was pretty tight by Scooby.
Bring up a 2nd and long. Lancers trying to keep the Jaguars out of the end zone, trying to keep this game somewhat within reach.
Yeah, Jordan, just a reminder, like the cooler it gets, the harder that ball is going to get. So it's gonna have some impact at some point. And ball security is so important here.
2nd and 13. Back to pass. Dunn gonna run for it. Around the corner, inside the 10, and he'll run out of bounds near the 5.
Looks like around the 3.
So 1st and goal, West Jordan.
Great job by Dunn just to turn on the burners and just get that first down. You know, you're putting yourself in a great position to score. You know, maybe Cody Johnson could run it, may have a fade route from one of your receivers. So let's see. We'll see what they call here.
They're bringing in the big fellas here. Spotted right at the 5, ball on the left hash. Three men in the backfield. For the first time tonight, Dunn will go under center. Takes the snap, gives it to his running back, who's knocked down maybe for a loss of 1.
Yeah, he was hit hard.
Yeah, that was Cody Johnson on the carry.
He was hit hard. They were able to fill in that gap real quick. They kind of know they're going to run the ball a lot right here, Jordan, as we've mentioned the last drive. But then again, you never know. They expect to pass, and we saw that last drive.
Take out Johnson, bring in Fale on 2nd and goal from the 6. Same formation, under center. It's going to be a pitch left to Fale. He's going to throw it into the end zone. Touchdown! Oh, Fale showing off the arm. He found Iowapo. And West Jordan puts points on the board.
I was waiting for a trick play to be happening over here. Like, we've seen Granger do it. I've never seen West Jordan do it until now. But, yeah, great throw. Great throw. Anthony Fale had the defense fooled. One rule that you need to apply as a defense, if you're the line of scrimmage right here, Jordan, and this guy is running out and not crossing, find the guy that's behind you over here, somewhere. Because he's not across the line of scrimmage yet. There's no reason you should be going after him yet.
The point after is up. It is good. It is 35-13 Jaguars with 27 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. That scoring drive brought to you by Baskin-Robbins. Head into any Baskin-Robbins. Give them your Utah BYU score prediction, and they'll give you a 2-for-1 scoop of ice cream. Any Baskin-Robbins along the Wasatch Front, a proud sponsor of high school football on ESPN The Fan.
Got some news out of our local hockey team here, Jordan.
What do you got?
Hats are flying. Nick Schmaltz records his 2nd hat trick in Mammoth franchise history.
Wow, there you go. What's over the Sharks? What do we have score-wise? Do we have a score update?
Score-wise, I can grab that for you after this kickoff.
West Jordan kicking off from the 40 as the Mammoth lead 5-2, 9:23 to play in the 3rd period. A lot of action around the sporting world tonight. This one will sell into the end zone, and the Lancers will get started at the 20. By the way, join our tailgate tomorrow on ESPN The Fan. Bryce and I will be at Fat Daddy's Pizza on Center Street in Provo from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get you ready for BYU football with some pizza and drinks. And then join Porter Larson over on ESPN 700. He will be at the Bout Time in Vineyard. 1-4 over there.
Yeah, score updates, 5-2 Mammoth.
So 1st and 10. Griffin now will fumble the snap. Who's going to get on it? It will be, I believe, Lancers falling back on the snap. They will back near the 15.
It's the same thing from last drive. Low snap, not a good snap where you have to kind of land on it and make sure you don't turn it over.
That will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter where West Jordan leads Granger 35-13. You're listening to high school football on 103.9 and 98.3 ESPN The Fan.
When the going gets tough, the tough are already up and going. Because when the only way is through, you go boldly into the task at hand. With the right tool to accomplish the improbable. More muscle, more hustle, more accomplished. To you, it's just another Tuesday. Because if you have the will, we have the way. Accomplish more with a Bobcat loader or excavator.
35-13 our score. West Jordan leading the Lancers of Granger in a Region 4 showdown as we head to quarter number 4.
Got Joker and the Thief playing in the background. Always a classic kickoff song, in my opinion. You know?
And they got their own deal here at West Jordan. They got the music going. They're ready to go. Well, this play, they used this at the at Utah football games. That's what
Yes.
this reminds me of.
Yeah. Yeah, growing up going to Utah games too, they would always play the song. Or it's Power by Kanye. I've had that experience a couple times. I think they did it against Oregon when Covey had that big return before the half. And that's the first year they won the Pac-12 title.
Let's see what the Lancers can do here. Backed up. 2nd and 14 ball at their own 16-yard line. Griffin takes the shotgun snap. He's going to throw. Plenty of time. Now lofts one down the left sideline. Has a man wide open, and he just overthrew him.
Oh, you just got to turn on the wheels there. You got to turn on the wheels. That's a perfectly placed ball. I know it's cold. It's gonna be a little tense on your muscles, but you got to turn the wheels on, man.
Well, if they can connect, it's a touchdown.
Yeah. And that puts you right back in this game too. If you can get a stop.
Yeah, instead incomplete, and it brings up 3rd and 14. Got behind the defense. Trip or make that 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 2 to the right, 2 to each side, I should say. Griffin back to pass. Little screen pass is knocked down, incomplete. And the Lancers are going to have to punt it away from deep in their own territory.
Yeah, West Jordan all over that play call. You know, they recognize screen. Linemen are kind of shifting to the, what would you say, left side. Yeah, and that's just great defense by West Jordan, just knocking that ball down.
2 men back to receive. Creasy as well as Fale. Fale, the man who just threw the touchdown on the little halfback pass for West Jordan. Now, again, a bad snap. They're going to run off to the right and punt it away, get it away. It's going to land out of bounds. And bright. Zach, what are the chances? The young man, 1 punt, he's on crutches. 1 punt hit him tonight. And as God is my witness, the 2nd punt just hit him in the head.
Yep. 2 for 2.
That's impossible.
Oh, poor kid.
That is impossible.
We should just yell from the box and see if he's okay.
Get that kid. Let's bring him up.
Can we bring him up?
Let's talk to him. I've never seen that in my life. It's one thing to hit the same guy on the sideline. It's one thing to do it to the guy that's on crutches twice.
I feel like I think if you're injured, I feel like you're able to stand outside the.
Oh my goodness!
You're able to stand outside the player box, but I might be wrong.
Back to pass, done. Looking over the middle, it is incomplete. He looked like he had his man Valenzuela. He was unable to haul it in, and now a late flag comes in. Out where that wide receiver was, some talking going on out there.
It looks like it's between Porter Creasy and can't tell who the Granger player is.
See what we get here. It's going to be on the Lancers. So unsportsmanlike conduct, 15 yards. Move it up to the 35 in Lancer territory. First and 10. Back to pass. Griffin rolling to his right, looking downfield. He'll heave one for the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Jaguars found his man, Nia Ioapo, in the back of the end zone.
Great throw on the run, Jordan. Great throw on the run. You know, you're escaping pressure. Great. If you're going to your right, that can be a little hard to throw. He has unbelievable arm strength.
He really does. We've seen that throw. We've seen him throw off his back foot. It's pretty impressive.
If this kid is not committed to his school, I'm going to be kind of surprised right now.
41-13 West Jordan. PAT coming up. Wow. The kick from Aaron Hunt is up and through. 42-13. Jaguars lead the Lancers.
I am doing research to see if he is.
You and our crack research team, get him on it. 11:28 to play in the third quarter. What a throw from the Jaguar QB. Brought to you by Dang Brother Pizza. You can schedule Dang Brother to come out and cater any event, including a tailgate or a wedding. They have their Neapolitan-style pizza that cooks under 90 seconds. They'll either bring out their small Gosney ovens or their vintage fire truck, a 1977 Mack with the wood-fired pizza oven in the back. That is Dang Brother Pizza.
He does have some offers. He does. So it looks like Louisville's showing some love over here.
Louisville got a big win tonight at Miami.
Big upset win for Louisville.
Hunt will kick it away, and it's going to sail end over end into the end zone for a touchback. Well, stick around. Tomorrow, they will release the bracket for the state high school playoffs. And I got to tell you, 5A, I think it's West is the team to beat.
Yeah, 100%.
Saw them play earlier this year, and they are impressive.
Really explosive on those plays, too. Really explosives.
They beat Granger last week 42-0.
The week before that, they beat West Jordan
63-0, I believe, something like that. Yeah. So here's Owen Griffin in the Lancers at the 20. Play fake on first down, throw it out to the left, a little screen, caught, and after a gain of about 5, man, still on his feet, working his way towards the sticks. And he's going to get 7 or 8.
Still a great job pumping those legs. You know, you're not down, you're not out. You're not down, you're not out.
Yeah, and it's
simple.
Hard to see over there on the far sideline, but I believe that was Puama'u. So they give him 9, 2nd and 1.
And the student text, I don't know how they have so much energy right now.
They're pumped. Now another give in the backfield, this time to Fafita, has the first down, stays in bounds. Well, initially I thought he did, but clock stops 10:42, and now they roll it at the first down. So 1st and 10, spot him at the 32-yard line.
I thought he went out of bounds. That clock should not be running, but I guess I might be wrong.
It just stayed in over there on the far sideline. Now trips to the right for the Lancers. Getting to the line of scrimmage quickly. Trailing by 3 scores. Now throw it out. Caught by Ta'uatini. And he'll get a few. Maybe 2nd and 1 coming up or so.
Yeah. Yeah, this is some chunk plays by Granger. This is kind of what we've seen all night.
And if you're West Jordan, you can afford up 42-13.
Yeah.
Keep it in front of you.
Exactly. And this is where these plays are going to come important for Granger.
Trips to the left now as the ball is given to Fafita in the backfield, and he'll be knocked down. West Jordan brought some pressure.
Oof. Man, they are getting aggressive with this play calling.
3rd and 3 coming up. Lost a yard.
Here's to see how West Jordan will line up here in this defensive formation. They may go back to a cover 3, a cover 2. I doubt they will press. I mean, it's 3rd and manageable, so I think they want to allow a few yards between the receiver and corner, but we'll see.
4 down lineman. Griffin takes the snap. Back to pass, looking, now under pressure, is going to run, throw it near the line of scrimmage to a man downfield, knocked away. A nice play by Jaden Giles.
Yeah, great play. You know, you're aware of the ball. You got to be careful of that shoulder, though, Jordan. That can interfere somehow, in some way. You got to be careful, but it's a great play by Giles.
So we'll see what the Lancers do here on 4th and 3.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious here, too, to see what they do. And, you know, you're down 42-13, right? Why not be gutsy and try to take a shot? Because I know West Jordan wants to go back down to score again. Get this clock running.
Yeah. So I think they are. They're going to go for it here. Ball at their own 40. Griffin in the gun. 6'5" senior. Snap. Play fake. He's under pressure. Going to take it himself. Nowhere near the first down. He'll be sacked. And West Jordan will take over.
Yeah, Scooby Tuilau.
Playing both sides.
Yeah, it's just that this is the thing with two-way players, Jordan. They're going to be so exhausted. And I think that's what we kind of saw when West played them and when West played both teams, I guess I should say. And they couldn't get points on the board because West has such a deep depth of players where they can rotate. You don't really rotate a lot of players in. And I think that's been a struggle as well for both of these schools is they're not rotating. But getting some guys some rest.
They can start to run out this clock here, as you mentioned, try and score and get that clock moving. 8:57 to play in the ballgame. 42-13, West Jordan with the lead. Aiden Dunn and company with the ball at the Lancer 35. 3 wide receivers to the right. A man in the backfield. Shotgun snap. Here it is. They give it to the man. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 2 or so. That was Missionary getting the carry. Darren.
Yeah, it sounds like they're going to get some of these seniors that don't play a lot, some playing time, which is obviously great. You want to see that.
On senior night.
Yeah, both these schools have 18 seniors, Jordan. It's crazy.
Wow. Missionary back in there in the backfield along with Aiden Dunn, the 6'3 senior. 2nd and 9. Dunn will take the snap here. Give it to Missionary again. He'll spin at the line of scrimmage and fall forward for a gain of 2 or 3. Bring up a 3rd down as the clock ticks under 8 minutes.
Yeah, I'm curious if they're going to put some seniors in for their defensive possession too. They probably will. But yeah, I think when I walked senior night, I think there's 22 players that were seniors.
That should have 18 seniors on each
But
of
both
these
of these
squads.
teams, yeah. My class had 20 something. It's crazy. That was like a good year for us as well.
West Jordan honored the seniors before the game. 7.5 to play. 3rd and 7, and now whistles, and we're going to have West Jordan taking their first time out of the half.
See what they dial up here. I mean, they can possibly run it more again. Get some of more of these seniors who have not had a lot of playing time tonight. Get some involvement with them. So we'll see. And I think there's twin brothers on this team for the Missionaries. So interesting. Look through this roster, see what seniors we got.
(42-13) your score. West Jordan leading here. West Jordan will end up, I believe, taking 2nd in Region 4 with the win tonight.
Yep. I absolutely agree with you on that.
Behind West. And then we'll see where everyone winds up tomorrow in the bracket. It all relies on RPI.
Also, will tell us what game we got next.
That's right. 3rd and 7 here. All the lands are 32. Dunn takes the snap, whistles, and flags out of the timeout.
Yeah, at that point, they're going to play the pointing game. It's a false start. Sometimes linemen be like, oh, no, he made me, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, it results in false start.
So a 3rd and 12 now. Well, Zach, this is the point in the game where I ask you, who do you have tomorrow, Utah or BYU?
Oh, I gave my prediction this morning as well on your guys' show, but, Utah and BYU have really great defenses. It's going to be a defensive fight. It's going to be a defensive shootout. Offenses have had struggles. Bear Bachmeier's had some miscues as
3rd and 12, they dump it off on a screen pass to Scooby Tulau. He will get down to the 30, short of the 1st down, bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, great play by West Jordan, first of all, just to get some chunk yard to see what they do here. see if they take a field goal. Or are they going to punt? Let's see. But
we'll see on a 4th and 5. Looks like they're going to try and kick it.
Yeah, looks like it. Back to my point. Dan Pierce had some struggles as well at there to start. Texas Tech, he was hurt. That wasn't great. And then he had the bye week. You get a healthy Devin Dampier back. So we'll see if they can get going early and find a way to get through this defense.
Well, they're going to try the field goal here. He's going to kick it from the 37, so a 47-yard field goal. The kick is up. It is on its way. It has the distance. No, just underneath the crossbar. And the Lancers will take over at their own 20.
Dunk did not happen this time.
No, he tried the double doink earlier, got it to go.
Yeah.
Not this time.
Yeah, but my prediction, it's close for me. You know, I grew up in a Utah family, not a BYU family, you know, gotta bleed red, but.
You're really equivocating here. What do you have?
I'm going to say 31-24 Utah.
All right.
I think I said that this morning as well, and I'll probably say it tomorrow as well.
Our producer Ron makes a good point in our ear. That's a lot of points. I'm taking the under, Ron, just so you know. I don't know if we're supposed to say that during high school football. First play from scrimmage for the Lancers. The little screen pass to the left, maybe get one on the play. 6.5 to play here. This one in hand for West Jordan. 42-13, they lead it. Yeah, another reminder, you can join Bryce and I for our tailgate pregame show at Fat Daddy's, 11 to 2 tomorrow in Provo. And then ESPN 700, Porter Larson will have theirs from 1 to 4 over at Bout Time in Vineyard in Utah County. Rolling to his right here. Griffin throws downfield. It is picked off. Porter Creasy, the senior on senior night, takes it away. He's taken down at the 35. West Jordan will take that football right back.
Yeah, that was a little underthrown by Griffin, and that is what results in a pick. And that's the right area at the right time for poor Porter Creasy.
So West Jordan, maybe they can get some more seniors out there, give them some touches in this one. And by the way, on your baseball out-of-town scoreboard, the Dodgers beat the Brewers 5-1. Los Angeles wins the pennant. They will move on to the World Series after sweeping Milwaukee. We mentioned earlier that on Sunday it'll be Game 6 in Toronto, with the Mariners leading that series 3-2.
So if it goes to a Game 7, does it go back to Seattle or does it stay in Toronto?
Stays in Toronto on a Monday night.
These rule changes confuse me sometimes, I swear.
Well, what kills you is the World Series doesn't start until next Friday. Now, this one is picked off the other way by Patolo. He has it, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at the 34, and West Jordan gives it right back.
Interesting chain of events that just happened here. But that's a great return by Patolo. You get back to where you started the last drive.
Yeah, twin number 6s with the picks.
Twins number 6s.
Kingston Patolo, a sophomore. So with 5:45, the Lancers take that football right back, getting sloppy in the final minutes of this blowout.
Yeah, if I'm West Jordan, you can't afford that in the playoffs, especially a close game like that.
So ball at the 35, 1st and 10 for the Lancers, as a timeout is on the field.
I'm curious if we see Tyson Demke here, who's the other quarterback that is a senior for these West Jordan Jaguars. Unless that is the kid on crutches that's been getting hit by footballs. I would hope not.
Oh, good heavens. If that poor kid gets hit again. That's our post-game interview. We've never done one. We're doing one this week.
I see one. I see him. It's not the kid on the crutches.
Okay. By the way, a score update in Logan, Utah State leading San Jose State 24-16. 1:19 to play in the third quarter. The Spartans have the football. Utah State trying to bounce back after that blowout loss to Hawaii last weekend.
There's a lot of hype surrounding Bronco Mendenhall, and it's kind of not living up to it right now.
They've done okay. He came in. I think he inherited a tough situation.
I mean, yeah.
They are 3-3 right now, and now San Jose State, they have just attempted and kicked a field goal to make it 24-19. So Utah State on top, 24-19. Minute 10 to play in the third quarter in Logan.
Yeah, I mean, you got Bryson Barnes, who was at Utah, started at Utah for a year after Cam Rising got hurt in that Rose Bowl with his knee.
He's played really well this year.
Yeah, he has. I mean, there's been miscues as well. Every team's gonna have miscues, but he's a great fit in that system so far, and I think that's why Mendenhall kind of chose him as a starter because he earned that spot, and he's a great fit in that system. It's just, I would say Mendenhall's system's kind of similar to Kyle Whittingham's, right, and Eddie Leibowitz at the time.
So Lancers take over. Handoff up the middle. First down and more. Still staying on his feet to the 40, 35. Green grass in front of him. Fafita down inside the 10.
Great run by Granger. Great run by Fafita. That was an angry run, Jordan. That was an angry run indeed. The only thing that sucked about that play is the shoelace tackles. Shoelace tackles are the worst thing to see happen, and coach would be like, "What happened? You tripped? Are you kidding me?" And they're like, "No, I got shoelace tackled."
He almost had the end zone.
Almost had the end zone. That would have been his second touchdown of the night.
Taken down at the 6.
Would that be his third touchdown? I don't know.
So Griffin with 2 men in the backfield takes the pistol, snap, gives it to Fafita again, trying to give him that TD. He's inside the 5. It'll be 2nd and goal.
I think that was Bobo Kofe. Actually,
I beg your pardon. Yeah, Fafita not get the carry. Kofe.
We give Fafita a chance to catch his breath.
That's why I was surprised.
Might be a little gassed.
Boy. Second and goal. This time they do give it to Fafita.
This is a direct snap to Bobo again.
Is that Bobo again? And he's in. Touchdown, Lancers. So Kofe breaks the plane, and the Lancers score here late in the game.
Nice play design by Granger, honestly. And that's a great wildcat snap. So, like, again, I had mentioned earlier today in this broadcast, trick plays.
Yeah. They will go for 2 here, trailing 42-19 with 5:03 to play.
Well, how can happen in 5 minutes, Jordan?
It's going to be an option toss to the outside around the end and in. It is good.
Fafita's in for 2.
Yeah, that time Fafita got the toss. They complete the 2-point conversion. It's 42-21. West Jordan with 5:03 to play in the game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw this week 1 when I forgot who our first game was this year, but it was Provo and Green Canyon.
Yes.
Provo leading that pretty much the whole game. Green Canyon makes a comeback, and then there's a lot happened in that game. But I got a score update for the Mammoth. And Sharks just went final 6-3.
6-3 over the Sharks tonight. Mammoth get the win at home.
My poor Sharks.
As West Jordan prepares to kick it away. Or I beg your pardon, the Lancers prepare to kick it away to West Jordan.
See if they try to onside kick this year too.
I was just thinking that.
Because they got their hands team out there as well.
Dude, everybody bunched up there.
Yep.
And they do onside kick it. Who came up with it? Ball loose.
Ball loose.
Who's got it? Lancer football. They come up with it.
Wow.
Well, high school may be the last spot where you can really do what used to be considered a traditional onside kick. They came out of the huddle there, just bounced it, and then somebody got hit hard for West Jordan, and the Lancers come away with the football.
Yeah, I don't think he had that ball secure all the way either, and was able to punch it out before that knee got down. And Ron says this, I'm going to say it, a lot can happen in 5 minutes in football.
Yeah, we'll see. Owen Griffin back out there. it looked like as Griffin takes the snap back to pass on first down, looking deep down the sideline, nearly picked off.
Looks like that was Flavio Lopez that lost the ball on the onside kick, but not a smart throw by Owen Griffin. That's triple coverage, first of all, and that ball was definitely a little underthrown. It is cold, ball's hard, it's hard to grip. I understand that it happens, but at that point, you might want to start wearing a glove or two.
Well, we saw Porter Creasy picked one off for West Jordan. We thought, okay, that may just about do it. Since then, there's been an interception for the Lancers and a touchdown, and now an onside kick recovery. They pitch it out to the right, cutting it back inside, and taken down in the backfield is Puama'u, and it's going to be a 3rd and long for West Jordan, or I beg your pardon, for Granger.
It's going to be interesting to see what play call Granger comes up with here, because Pete Smolin is also not only the head coach, but the offensive coordinator as well. So we'll see what Smolin can kind of cook up here for the Grangers.
Yeah, 3rd and 13. Obviously, 4-down territory.
Just at the Grangers. I'm going to say Lancers. Oopsies.
But we're going back and forth here. We're getting delirious late in the game. 2 men in the backfield for the Lancers. Griffin takes the snap, play fake, looking to throw. Over the middle, has his man caught, first down, and a few more. He's inside the 35. It was Ifo Pili on the reception.
It's the first time we've called his name tonight, too.
Yeah, the big fella leaking out. 6'5", 250-pound tight end. So 1st and 10, they spot it at the 34-yard line. And if the Lancers, you're saying the game's not over, they're just taking too much time.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's going to be a pitch to the left here. It is Puama'u, has the corner near the first down, and he's knocked out of bounds. Down near the 25-yard line. We'll see where they spot him exactly.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Jordan, like they're wasting too much clock, and now they got the clock stopped, which is great. And you can conserve a timeout, but you just wasted 2 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, 3:31 to play. You're down 22.
At this point, I'm asking Mike, like the head coach, like, why aren't you on a 2-minute drill?
21, I beg your pardon. They did get that 2-point conversion, so down 3 scores still. So you got to score quickly here and then get another onside kick and then get the ball back again.
4 scores, right? 4 possession? Oh, you're right.
They give the ball up the middle, and he'll be stopped after a couple. So now the clock stops again.
Move the chains.
They give him the first.
This is where I would take advantage of the clock stopping. Get a play call in, 2-minute warning, waste probably like maybe 1, 2, or 3 seconds, get everybody set, and snap the ball.
Yeah, and I just think maybe they've kind of conceded this one because they're not in any hurry at all as this clock ticks down to 3 minutes.
This is my thing I don't like about what Granger's doing right here as they waste this clock. Why are you giving up? The game's not done.
They bring a man in motion. Give the ball on an inside handoff. Bring up about a 2nd and 5 or so.
Bobo Kofe getting a lot of carries tonight with Fafita.
I'll tell you what, the Lancers played well here in the 4th quarter. They can take some momentum into next week, wherever they end up. As they line up here, 2nd and 6. Wide receiver split to each side, 2 men in the backfield. In the pistol. Back to pass, rolling to his right is Griffin, under pressure. Still looking downfield, throws across his body, incomplete. There is a flag down in the backfield.
Yeah, that might be coming back for a hold. Potentially, maybe illegal hands to the face. There's a chance that's always a factor as well. But that does give you time for the clock to stop. The clock will not run when this penalty.
A hold indeed on the Lancers, who tonight will take their 2nd region loss of the year. Had a really nice year under head coach Pete Smolin.
I mean, Granger had some miscues, a lot of miscues in the 2nd quarter. I guess the clock is running. I take my thought back, but Granger's had a lot of miscues this game, and that's something that Smolin needs to work on with his team.
Getting ready for the playoffs next week. 2nd and 16 here. Griffin pitch to the left, out to Po'uma'u, and he will be tackled at about the 26 or 27-yard line. Minute 50 to play.
It's great blocking by number 53, Villamy Fafita, the other Fafita brother. But if I'm Granger, you can't be playing like this in the first half, second half. You have great scoring drives in the second half. That's something that should be executed in the first half as well. And I think that's been a struggle for the Lancers.
If you're West Jordan, didn't play fantastic all around in the fourth quarter, but you didn't have to. You played so well those first 3 quarters, you put the game away. Now a run up the middle and taken down inside the 10 is Manti Pu'amo'u again.
Yeah, they got a lineman down, it looks like, for Granger over there.
So whistles will stop as they take care of him. Now, who has impressed you tonight? Who's your player of the game? I'll give you a minute to think about it.
Yeah.
We'll remind you that high school football always brought to you by Intermountain Bobcat. They're located in Orem, Ogden, and Salt Lake City. Intermountain Bobcat, helping homeowners and contractors conquer their projects since 1995. We went out there earlier this week to the West Valley location, able to drive the tractor with the iPhone. Bryce got into the excavator.
Did Bryce drive the excavator?
Did you drive it? All right. Played a little excavator basketball. I tried to pick the basketball off the cone.
I was wondering what that was. I saw that. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh, yeah. Do a lot with the excavator, my friend. Who's impressed you tonight?
Aiden Dunn. Crazy throws. He's made some athletic throws. That back foot throw to Nia Ayapo. Great throw. Great throw on the run to Ayapo again for a second touchdown of the night. So I'm gonna give it to Aiden Dunn. I know in the past I've kind of been indecisive. I'm saying, the whole special teams, this and that. But I'm gonna say Aiden Dunn.
Not tonight, as they still tend to that injured Lancer down there on the field. 1 minute, 11 seconds to play. Jaguars leading 42-21.
Time to preview some college football games here tomorrow if we want to do that.
What's on the slate, Zach?
All right. Number 1, Ohio State taking on Wisconsin in Madison. We got obviously our Holy War rivalry game at 6 o'clock tomorrow on Fox. This is the game I'm gonna be focused on. LSU at Vanderbilt.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Vanderbilt gets an upset over LSU. They've had such a great start to their season. Diego Pavia is having a great year for Vanderbilt after coming in last year. He's putting that team back on the map for the SEC. Excuse me. Georgia Tech hosting Duke. We got Oklahoma at South Carolina. It's going to be a good one if Lenore Sellers can play. Michigan State at number 3, Indiana. It's crazy that Indiana's number 3. It's crazy.
Just gave Signetti that big contract extension, 9 years, $90-some-odd million.
Next, number 4, Texas A&M and Arkansas. That'll be a good one. Ole Miss at Georgia. That's probably the game of the week. But was it you that said that upset, or was it Bryce?
I took Georgia in that game. The one that I'm interested to see tomorrow afternoon in the Big 12 is Texas Tech in Tempe taking on Arizona State.
I was about to mention that. Sam Levitt's been practicing this week. Last week was kind of a loss for the Sun Devils. You know, you had Sims starting, who's been in the collegiate career for 6 years. But see if Sam Levitt can bounce back. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what the weather's look like in Tempe.
And it's going to be hot. That's what it'll be.
Gonna be.
I'll go ahead and predict that right now, even in October.
Yeah. We got number 22 Memphis taking on UAB. Oregon at Rutgers. Washington State, Virginia. That's going to be a good game after those way Wazoo played last week. Texas at Kentucky. Tennessee at Alabama. That's another game to keep an eye on. Notre Dame, USC, that rivalry. FAU at South Florida. Missouri at Auburn. And Cincinnati at Oklahoma State. That's going to be an interesting one as well to see if Cincinnati can continue to be on a hot streak.
That injured Lancer, by the way, was Pu'ama'u, who's had a really nice night. He'll walk off under his own power.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be banged up tomorrow. There's a lot of treatment.
1:11 to play. First and goal for the Lancers.
Did that cost him a timeout or no? Probably not.
Shotgun snap. Give it to the back. Going to work his way inside the 5 and be taken down at about the 4-yard line. On the carry, that was Muka Manatau. Haven't called his name tonight. He's a senior.
Yeah, get some reps for these seniors in as they played their last regular season game as a high school player.
Indeed, 50 seconds. They hustle to the line. 3rd and goal. Near the goal line, on the run, taken down near the 1. Same ball carrier. So here we go. 37 seconds to play.
So where was this no huddle offense earlier? Like, really?
They're running it pretty well now. 3rd down and goal from the 2.
27 seconds left.
And flags. We're going to have a false start on. We'll see on the Lancers. Oh, instead a sideline warning on West Jordan.
Wow.
With 24 seconds to play.
I wonder what their message to the West Jordan Jaguar players are going to be after they win this game. Because, you know,
they're going to get the kid with the crutches and ice pack. He's been hit by 2 punts on the sideline.
And we've had a punt in the bleachers tonight, too.
Oh, man. Get him in the golf cart now. Get him out of the way.
Yeah.
He had some bad luck tonight. Here we go. 3rd and 2 from the 2. And more whistles. And a late timeout with 17 seconds to play. By Granger. Now we're ready to. Okay, that was the quickest timeout in history. Here we go. Granger, 3rd and goal from the 2. They give it up on the inside. Stopped at the goal line. He didn't get in. And with a second left, the whistles will blow.
Clock's at 0 as well.
Clock's at 0. That should do it. The officials still chatting out there. What's the call? Was his progress stopped? Did they get a timeout in? I don't think that's the game. The lights have gone off here. Everybody's on the field. I think they're going to run another. We'll see. Now they're jogging off. They're saying that's the football game. Okay.
All right.
Quite a stand for West Jordan to end it. That'll do it. Zach, what impressed you tonight?
Yeah, West Jordan continue to be explosive. Aiden Dunn obviously making some more explosive plays, getting some film on tape for potential collegiate career. I mean, he's got some offers. So we'll see where he commits to in the next couple of months.
Indeed. Well, we appreciate everyone all on our crew tonight. Sam running the camera. Our engineer on site was Bryce Larson. Back in our downtown Salt Lake studios, Ronald Weaver III staying up late with us. The final score for my partner, Zach Robinson, I'm Jordan Bianucci saying good night from West Jordan, where the Jaguars beat Granger 42-21. You've been listening to high school football on 103.9 and 98.3 ESPN The Fan.